I think we're in.
Are we?
Yeah, the little we are now live streaming thing popped up on my end, but
There we go. Okay. Man, this thing is confusing. I don't know how. Um, all right. I guess we're live. Hello, everybody. Oh, well, also hello, nobody, because I don't think anybody's on yet. And let me see. Let me pop. All right. I guess have the chat on your end. I really got to figure out, honestly, this is the best time to practice right now. How
yeah.
I can have the chat on the Zoom here because I'd love for, I mean, I, I could also just tell Brandon to go to YouTube, but Zoom should have some sort of feature.
hmm
Anyways, to anyone who might be listening, maybe later even, I mean, no one's watching now. This is late at night. This is very impromptu, very spontaneous. Anthony just texted, called, wanted to, he had an epiphany, I guess. And well, now we're here. Instead of a phone call, we said, let's go live. And so, Anthony, you want to say hello? Everyone, people probably on my channel already know you, but if you want to say hello, how are you doing? Um, yeah. Uh,
Hello?
and to
Yeah.
anyone else who's online, maybe listening now, say hello to us. Let's start chatting. Yeah.
Well, tonight's Sunday night. Market opens tomorrow. That'll be very exciting. The We're gonna learn a lot this week. We're gonna see how it holds firm. Or we're gonna see how it goes more in the affluent direction. So we're gonna learn a lot this week. So this is like, uh some reading, not even reading between the lines. Like we're gonna be reading the actual lines this week.
What lines are we going to be reading? Why
Well,
why is this week you think we're getting a lot of news or something?
uh, this is, I called you to tell you about this, and then I figured we would do this just so it's documented, so people can like feel more firm in the fact that we're gonna, take it to the promised land. And
Okay.
but what I mean by read the lines directly is like when there's like kind of you have to read between the lines, like you don't really know what's going on. Like we know exactly what's going on. If there's no news, there's no news. And it's going to do what it's going to do. Like we have these like variables for our scientific observation. It's like there's no news, it's going to do what it's going to do. It's either going to keep going up or it's going to show strength of holding or something. There's like 10 different variables, but they're all valid observations because we already know certain things are true. Like there's no news and it just had a fantastic week. So based off those things, it's further fantastic week, hold strong or whatever, but it's going to be very enlightening.
Let's get into that in a moment. I want to mention, all right, now we have 5 people watching. Nice. I don't know if one of them is you, by the way. Oh, I guess technically maybe one of them is me to have this chat. Smash the like button so this can be get out to some more people. Hey Charlie, another surprise live. That is right. Also, I am now on Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet in general, but when I'll be doing these lives now, I'll also be live on the Discord. So in case if you just want to ask a question in person instead of in the chat, because I know that is a lot slower and just not as nuanced. So if you want to talk to us in person, you can feel free to hop on the Discord. So I'll leave that up and running for now for whoever wants to pop open. Um,
So
yeah,
so basically, uh I was gonna call you on the phone, but then I figured, let's put this on the business end of things a little bit. So anyway, this is what I realized, and I think it's very important. And I want to put people's attention, I want to put your attention on it, and I'm curious your thoughts about it. So why I think Hover's gonna win, and the others could too. So if you had 50,000 shares of Hover, just kidding, that's not how it starts. Okay, so check this out. Um, you ever wonder why society is not more worse off than it is? Like, these post-apocalyptic movies and how everything's like, not more effed up than it is. You ever wonder that? You know what I mean?
Um, not exactly, but okay.
First world
I
country.
think I usually, oh, first of all, okay. I usually think those societies get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're not like Venezuela or whatever, where there's guys on mopeds, robbing you at gunpoint, and we actually got some industry. Like it is kind of astonishing. Like if you really take a step back and look at it, like it actually is kind of astonishing that things in this country and other countries are actually going as good as they are. You know what I mean? Like if you look at history and stuff, like it is actually with all the insanities and stuff, it is astonishing that things are going as good as they are, you know? And so I was kind of looking at that like, as a thing, right? And then what's like the
Okay.
common denominator, right? It's because anybody can have an idea, but it's about the guys that can execute, right? Like execution was kind of the thing I was thinking about because I was looking at like the difference between plans and targets, design versus execution, right? And you remember that video that you made that had it was that one you did solo. It was like you analyzed all the different aircrafts and like that one had like the circular thing on top of it and you were like how could that even like physically fly? Like that thing looks heavy and there's like all these like different configurations and it's like there's such a complexity of like plans and patterns and stuff. And it's like you know what I mean? It's like it just gets kind of like overwhelming and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we can look at a few if you want to, even for fun.
we don't have to.
Wait. Are you talking about the circle, the image of the circle thing? I've never shown that publicly. Are you talking about that thing?
I could have been. Maybe it was something you showed me in Death Smiles. Maybe I just know that you had that one where it was like a whole bunch of different like aircraft types and
Right,
like
in like a circle, like a wheel thing,
that
with all
reminded
the
me
different
of it.
categories.
Yeah, that reminded me of it. But then there was other times where you looked at so many different ones anyway, like the aerospace conferences and stuff.
I'd love to show that, but maybe if there were a lot more people on stream, I feel like
Yeah,
this would not be a
yeah,
uh I want some reactions and some commentary, but
yeah.
I know we're super late, we're not scheduled, and we're just having fun. So um yeah. I don't know where do you want to go with this? I have my thoughts on what
Well,
we
let me just tell
about,
you what
but
I
I know
got.
you wanted to talk about your thesis actually, so I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, I'm just curious your thoughts. I'm just curious your thoughts. Okay, so there's plans and targets, right? That's synonymous with design versus execution, right? And there's so many companies in the world that go bankrupt and all this kind of stuff and do bad. And like, okay, if someone's even aware of a company, if there's even a symbol that represents an entity, that means there's at least that degree of design. They have a logo or they have a plan or something. So you have plans that represent like the concept that this entity exists and what they essentially stand for, what they're trying to do. And then there's the fact of execution. Like, how do you get from point A to point B to do that? And it's funny because there's less attention on execution than there is design because the execution is where you got to roll up your sleeves and do this and that and it's harder and it's not as sexy as design. Like people will literally throw billions of dollars into a fantastic design or something that just makes sense or something like that. But as far as the execution goes, it's almost like that thing you were saying, like when Tom Lee says he's in, you should have already been in already. Like that's the trick of all this. It's like you want to be early, right?
Um, what do you mean though about how? the design, like people put more importance on that basically rather than the execution. I'm a little
Yeah.
confused. I think for good reason though. Design is like the most important. You can spend a lot of money and time executing, let's say, on a shitty design, and you're not going to get anywhere. Um,
True,
can't think
true.
of an example right now, but uh,
Hey,
design's really important, I'll tell you that, especially from like, doing web development and stuff. I mean, that's like the development, the execution is like the development part. That's like the easier part. You know, the design is the creativity that the innovation that will be like, oh, this is the aircraft that wins. Um, which I think we are. I think they have
well,
the best design.
oh,
But
totally.
yeah,
That
I don't know.
that
I guess what
yeah.
your thesis is, you can go on.
Oh, totally. We're like in the perfect storm. Like this is the perfect storm of success. Like not only do they have the best design, but the execution, like okay, just like we were saying, Tom Lee's in, it blows up. You should have been in before Tom Lee, right? This company you like, they get some guy that you know can get things done, then it blows up. You should have been in beforehand, right? So I'm basically just pointing out indicators that show what's going to happen because that's what we need to know. We need to know what's going to happen before it happens. And I'm just pointing out, and you're 100% right. There could be crappy designs that are obviously probably not going to get executed because who would make a crappy design if you can execute? If you can execute, probably
Oh,
make a good design.
I mean, there's so many crappy designs. Should we pop up? Maybe this will make the stream more interesting. Let me pop open my Earth. Let me get that in a second while
Well,
it
while you're doing that, just
continues. Yeah.
multitask with me. Multitask with me. Okay. So people pay more attention to design and the idea, the picture, the computer generated idea of what it's going to be, right? But the execution is the behind the scenes stuff. It's the less sexy stuff. It's the roll your sleeves up stuff, right? People let the observation of execution, since they can't foresee the execution or what's going on, they look at like longevity. They're like, oh wow, these guys have been around for a little bit, so they're probably executing. So then you're not necessarily early, you're not necessarily late. You're just kind of like they've been around for a while, they got some longevity, so I'll assume that they know how to execute, right? But if you could spot someone who could execute prior to them executing, that would be good. So, because you can look at a design in 30 seconds. Somebody could be like, here's my design, look at it. This is the idea 60% faster, cheaper than a helicopter, all weather, aerodynamic, all that. You can look at all that stuff and learn, like you were saying, you could explain hover to your grandmother. You know what I mean? Like it's like the design's that simple. Like I got this thing, you put it on your foot and it's comfortable and you run with it. It's like that's a sneaker. It's like that simple, right? But the execution aspect, that's a totally different thing. And those things get incorrectly intertwined too much, I believe. They are to some degree similar because if you're a really smart person and you know how to execute, you're probably pretty good at executing a design and an idea to base all of this stuff off of. Or you could be let's say just to put a group there, a Silicon Valley think tank, right? You guys could get around and have subjective discourse, but and you come up with a cool design, but then that does not necessarily mean that you're going to be able to execute. You see? So I'm kind of just looking at it like, how can you tell if somebody can execute? Because it's like that's what we're investing into Hover because we believe they can execute. And like whenever I say he's military minded, he knows how to go, he knows the art of war, all that stuff, like basically what I'm saying is that the guy knows how to achieve target attainment. Like Phil Kelly knows how to achieve target attainment. And it's like it's funny because like you can look at it and be like, because what have they done? They've gone from point A to point B and they've burned what little cash they have burned, and they have a certain amount of money in the bank. And Brandon's an engineer, and they have invaluable experience in these things, and they're just hiring the best guys, like he was saying. And so it's funny. Oh, this is the other thing, the disconnect. Like if you're in a company and the CEO's on one page, and then the CFO's on a different page, and like the way they're running, it's like they're all on the same page. Like everybody from him all the way down to the janitor, like they're all on the same page. You see what I'm saying? So like when everything's on the same page, it can move in the same direction and create more force, right? And more productivity. So it's like people could be like, are they going to execute? It's like, of course, of course they're going to execute. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you got the design's cool. You got the plans are real nice. Everybody likes plans. Look at what's a company that had a really good plan and design that didn't make it that you can think of,
Um, a good plan and design.
but did not make it.
I mean, I'm just thinking of eVTOL space, but I mean, Lilium's design was amazing. Amazing,
Hmm.
the best in all the eVTOL industry. And that's no one can even argue that actually.
Yeah.
They won awards for that thing. I don't know who else
Oh,
is
for
winning
real?
awards. Yeah. And like prestigious awards. Uh uh I don't know how their plan was just to spend a shitload of money.
Mhm.
Um I mean, honestly, there are a lot that fumble, people who spend a lot of money, companies that spend a lot of money have some great thing they're working on. I mean, VR, even Meta, right? It's not
Yeah.
necessarily successful, right? Great team, great founder, great, they definitely know how to operate. And I don't know, how's this whole metaverse thing going?
True.
Maybe we're still early, but um let's
Even look, what were you gonna say?
No, you can go ahead. I
E
was gonna start sharing screen, but
okay, even look at a battle, right? Like I posted something on Stock Twits today. It was in response to what this one guy said. It was like Brandon Robinson is like a he was like a 12-year-old Spartan that was bred to for EVTOL greatness, right? Because they like raised their warriors from the beginning. Like they'd break their hands and stuff, and like so you could fit the sword in there. Like that's how they did it. They broke their hands, or just from combat, right? And you could put the sword in there, and their hand didn't open up, so they wouldn't drop their weapon, right? I wasn't there, but that's what I heard.
I, the, your this analogy and the way you try and describe Brandon sometimes are just a little really out there, but I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like his
He's just a
dad.
great entrepreneur. I also noticed a lot of signals and stuff, and I have to come up with a better explanation of some sort. Um, But yeah, what he's trying to say is Brandon Robinson is really a unique entrepreneur. Like he's just gifted it. It's natural to him. Uh Anthony pointed out to me that he says a lot of times it just makes sense or something like that. And that's why in the intro of the I started with that, if you remember. It was like two clips of him saying just makes sense or something.
I noticed
But
that. I liked it.
yeah, whatever. Let me jump in here and start sharing. Um, all right. You remember this?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So we have here a fun little map. Very fun map. I made this map and it's not complete. It's missing a lot of things. I know because there's two companies in Israel. And where are they? I don't know. This is honestly very hard to make. Some things have disappeared on me. Okay. Oh, good. Wait. There we go. Oh, okay. These are the ones near me. There's some more. All right. Where's Horizon? Is Horizon even on here? I added them. I hope they didn't. There should be somewhere here. No. All right, I gotta add Horizon. So, I mean, this is a little complicated because I have a lot of companies, but I need to have their longitude and latitudes.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing here is mapping them all, but there's just a bunch of cool companies. And I'll let you pick. I'm just hovering over. I don't know, like okay, like let's say Blue Flight.
Pick
You can
it.
just
Let's go.
okay, like let's see their website actually. Ooh, okay, this is a drone that keeps your packages safer in any weather. Ooh, they're going after any weather. Oh, I didn't know about a company doing that. I've
Wow.
never I've never seen this one. This is a surprise to me. But they're just doing a drone. They're not flying any people. Let's go
Yeah.
back. A little boring. Um, let's get out of America actually. Let's go somewhere interesting, exotic. How about you pick? Pick for me a country.
Let's go Czechoslovakia.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's very I don't know if they have one. Where is that even? Bro, what country where in the world is that? I mean, I know it's got to be in Europe, right?
I'll go to the
Czechoslovakia.
Italian one. Go to the
That's like a
Italian one.
Russian one. I don't
Go to
think
the
they
one
have
in Italy.
in Italy. Okay.
That's easy to
We have
find.
here three. We have here. Oh, that's Slovenia.
The,
Okay.
the boot, the boot kicking the rock.
Leonardo helicopters. This
Yeah.
one in Rome. Okay. Oh,
Whoa.
what the hell is this?
That's crazy.
Lazarani. Lazarani. I think I have seen this. This is just let me go back here. Let's go to their aircraft here. Oh, yep, I have seen this one. Yeah, this is such a bad website. Look at this. Look at this thing. Oh
That's
my
crazy.
goodness. It's like a real car actually, but here, look, it's where this looks really crazy. Whoa, look at that. What the hell? Look at this house. Whoa,
Whoa.
architecture, aerospace. Whoa, look at this. Is this an eVTOL? What in the world? Look at these things.
Hey man, the
Air yacht.
Italians.
Oh my
The
God.
Italians.
This is an air car. Holy shit. Oh
Uh,
my goodness. Let's check out this video. Wait, this is so cool. Can you hear this?
uh no, I don't hear anything
No
yet.
audio?
No.
No audio needed. It's just music.
Okay.
Um, uh, wow. Okay. This thing looks really cool, but I want to see this. Look at this. Air yacht. Area and Area V2. They have a version 2. Is this they're never building this. What? A blimp
Oh
that
hell
looks to
no.
be a boat? You ever seen this shit, Anthony? Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
that's
Look at
crazy.
that.
Welcome to the future.
Oh, you're muted. I think you're muted. Oh no, you're not. I muted my TV. I didn't hear you.
Oh, all good. Wow, that's
The
like,
audio is so loud and okay.
wow.
What in the world are these things? Wow, look at this. I mean, these are basically eVTOLs. This is so cool.
That's like a house, like a little one bedroom apartment eVTOL. That's good for overpopulation. You can just live in the sky.
Nat says it's like half blimp, half catamaran. Yeah, actually. So cool. These are crazy. All right, this is really cool. This is like a super monkey ball flying drone. Stratosphera. Honestly, these concepts are a little too crazy. Like, there's
Yeah,
no way they're building them. The
yeah.
hover coupe. This is the car that we saw. Okay, this company is really cool. I know we're on this one for a while, but this stuff is crazy. Okay, so this is this supposed to also drive on the road like a regular car? Yeah.
Wow.
I know what Brandon would think if he saw this. There's just no way these things are actually viable. Like,
Right.
seriously, these things are fun conceptually to prototype and look at,
Yeah.
but no way. I can't believe they rendered that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so cool.
Did you see that car in the background? It looked like a 1985 Toyota Civic in the background. It was like,
Yeah, yeah, that's so ridiculous.
yeah.
Let's see that transition flight again. This is quite the most historical transition I'd ever seen. If this was real, oh my goodness. Wow, that perfect landing. Let's see. Look, it doesn't even have wheels. It's supposed to land and then what? I don't get it. And then you just get out, I guess. Okay, so it's not driving, but I mean, this thing just looks crazy. All
How
right.
much do you think they
Let's see.
spent for that
I
website?
IFOs. Wait, like the identified flying object. Like not unidentified. Not UFO. That's so cool. How much did they spend on this website? Honestly, this is a cheap website. It's not good. They probably spent a lot more on the renders, these cool 3D mock-ups. Like, wow. Yeah, this costs quite a lot to make these mock-ups.
Yeah.
And honestly, for what? I don't know. This looks like a joke. No way. That's how you go. That's how
R2D2.
you go inside. Look at that. That's so cool.
Looks like R2D2.
I did not expect that. I'm like, what? Why do they pull these legs out? Like it looks like literally like an alien spaceship. And then they bring out those seats. That looks so crazy. That's how you're supposed to get on into their ball, their monkey ball again, their super monkey ball. Honestly, this is so cool. This is one of the coolest renders ideas I've seen. But again, definitely not viable. Oh, and then here we go. Oh, wow. They have a render. They have a video of this. Oh, oh, I want to see this transition. This is like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a Ferrari logo? Look at that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Looks like something
Look
out
at
of the Fifth
there.
Element.
Look, you see that Ferrari logo? Maybe they're owned by Ferrari.
I didn't
Wait,
see it.
you don't see right there, the yellow
Oh, you're right.
there near. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It does.
it is. It's a horse. Unless they stole, it's not. That's gotta be. Yeah, there you go. Here, look at these close-ups. That's Ferrari. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. All right. All right. Let's go to a new one because we were on this one for a minute. This is a cool one.
That was
Um,
giving me some Fifth Element vibes.
all right. Let's. Wait. Is there another one right there in Rome? Oh, there is. Okay. Leonardo. Let's check out their eVTOL because their website is really bad. What is this? Oh, they actually do real stuff, and then they probably have. Oh, this is all right. This is not legit. Let's move on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, those renderings, I don't think GE's going after those ones.
Choli. Oh, look at this thing. I saw this before. This looks crazy. I mean, I don't even know how you call this an eVTOL. What? I don't think was on this website. This is so bad. Okay. Yeah, what is this? All right. Look at this thing. Wait, why can't I go read more? Do I really have to log in? I don't want to make an account. This did not happen before. This is quite annoying. Damn, I wanted to show you all the photos. This thing looks crazy, but yeah,
Yeah,
whatever. It's like a little man going and picking up packages, and the rendering just is ridiculous, and how this thing flies, like, I don't know,
yeah,
ridiculous. There's it's pretty cool to just see how many crazy things there are. You want to check out India?
yeah. Hell yeah.
India, let's see what they got going. All right, let's see. Pick first, Vinata or Sub. I don't know. Each one could be a whole rabbit hole. Oh wow. Okay, let's do this one actually. Aircraft is Ferrari Impulse. This is a Ferrari aircraft. We just did. Oh, we just saw Ferrari. Oh, oh, I saw that. Look, India. Where'd you come up with this sexy shit? I mean, nothing in India is sexy. I'm sorry. What the hell? Look at this thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, really cool. Like, I don't know how practical it is, but it's literally like a helicopter with the one blade up top.
Is that guy wearing a
But damn, it
parachute
looks
backpack?
cool. Honestly, how do you even look forward? There's no glass. This thing is a little ridiculous. It might,
Maybe you lay down.
it does look like you kind of lay down, honestly. Um,
He does have a parachute on his back. That or it's an oxygen tank.
yeah, let's see there. Oh, it's just some concept guy. That's right. Yeah, it's not a real thing. I don't think he even is allowed to use Ferrari. He just like, who is this guy? I don't know. All right, Vinata. Let's
All
look
right,
at
that
it.
one's on the coast.
Anyone watching, what do you guys think of these? Smash the like button also if you can. I see actually we got 6 likes. Nice. Thank you guys. Vinata Aero Mobility Flying Car. This thing looks pretty cool. I need to log in later and make an account because
I realized something earlier today I forgot to tell you. You
what's
ready?
that?
Okay. This whole flying car thing, it's such a stupid thing to call these things. And I had like a theory that they're calling them flying cars because it's kind of repulsive. Like there's a degree of like let's survey a bunch of people. Do you want to get in a flying car or do you want to get in a EVTOL electric vertical takeoff and landing like machine? Like which one do you want? I guarantee you 95% of people say the EVTOL sounds a lot safer than a flying car.
I mean, they just named those a flying car is just like the concept. It's not a legit name, just like I guess UFOs until the government decided to name not UFOs. What is it? UAPs now?
Yeah.
Um uh yeah,
But
but
I was thinking the market cap of every single EVTOL would probably be higher if they had never called them flying cars, right? Because like there's a joke factor to it. It's kind of like, what are you talking about? But if they had never called them flying cars
because they're
and they
not
just
really cars on the road, you mean?
exactly like if they never
True.
called them that, I guarantee you that all of them would have slightly larger market caps.
Well, there are some that are working on flying cars versus
True,
EVTOLs.
true.
And
And I,
let me see if I can find you that one specifically. But did you see this thing? Look at
oh,
this thing.
the JAXA.
Yeah, this thing is crazy. And their website is un unreadable. So I don't know too much about that. But I actually did see this before. I need to freaking have this my account. They have like on top of here, you put like a little thing where it's like a two-seater thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how legit this will be. But JAXA is a legit company. I looked at this on my last live stream. Um, doing EVTOLs. SkyDrive, boring. Let's see. In California, there's actually some interesting companies. Pivotal. No, let's see. Um, I'll just Google it. All right. Let me show you this one.
Yeah, let's check out the
Here.
Silicon Valley think tank ones.
Um, Aleph. That's right. Aleph's flying car. See,
Right.
they're calling it the flying car, literally using those words. Aleph is designed and developing the world's first real flying car because as you can see, it has wheels. It's supposed to drive on the road.
Hmm.
And also hover, as you can see, this thing looks like just a big ass vacuum on top or something. Supposed to be. Now this will never work out. And this is actually one of the companies I was thinking about when I asked Brandon the question of what does he think of the extreme ends of EVTOLs, the very heavy ones lifting 40 people versus the very light ones. This one is going after that very light. It's called ultra lightweight category, actually.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be under 255 pounds. I didn't notice actually. Let me really quickly. I don't know when he said this, but Nat's commented, what do you think they should be called instead? Oh, to you, what do you think they should be called instead? The flying cars, I guess his answer is EVTOLs, right? Or do you
Roger
have
that.
other names? Yeah, yeah. Um, but
Also,
I
too,
think
because terminology, like words, convey ideas, right? Because what were we talking about? The misconceptions of the Cavorite X7, half scale, full scale, X5, X3, X7, right? Even the word Cavorite, right? Like people, like you say midnight, people know what that means. Even Cavorite is a misunderstood word for people because the more nomenclature people don't understand, or the more nomenclature that seems conflicting, there's a degree of repulsiveness to it. Someone gives you, here's an ice cream, you know what an ice cream is. If someone says you want a cavorite, they don't know. But anyway, my point is it's like the flying cars, the cavorite, and the terminology of the whole thing. So it just seems kind of like it's
I
good to know.
I think it makes sense though for a company like this because they're
Oh, of
developing
course.
a car. I mean, this looks
Yeah.
honestly like a Tesla. It really looks like a Tesla. And their logo looks like SpaceX, which is crazy. Um, Also actually their CEO looks so wacko. I'm sorry if he ever he looks so freaking sketchy. Like I would not trust the CEO. And
I
I think the
real
CEO is also the founder. Yeah, I would not trust him. I think he's just trying to make money off of people. He's already collecting pre-orders. Look at this, $150 or $1,500, and they're expecting the
Nice.
price to be $300,000. Um, there is a market for that. $300,000 is an expensive car, but if it can fly, I mean, I I would freaking buy it to be honest. I'll take a loan to buy this thing, but it's not gonna happen. This thing's not gonna fly. It's supposed to go after the ultra lightweight category from what I know, which is under 255 pounds. That is just crazy. The whole thing, look at this. This is basically the car right now. Like it's so lightweight, it can't lift anything. You have this little, almost like the monkey ball we've seen, these little circles. That's supposed to be you know, your car. Uh, it's really not going to be able to fly like anybody.
Yeah.
So, and they actually have flown. Do you want to see? They actually have flown. It's not a transition flight because they're not really going to transition and going to do long distance. I guess they're going to be like a short eVTOL.
Yeah.
But let's see. Aleph flying,
Hey, Matan.
flying. If you want to see, yeah.
that
Oh,
idea that idea didn't come out quite right. I realized what it was. Remember we were talking about misconceptions with the Cavorite X7?
um, Ooh,
X5, X7, full scale, half scale,
oh yeah,
X3. I
yeah,
was
yeah. The
I
mis
re I realized what it was. The point I was trying to make, which I didn't exactly make very well, was if we're going for misconceptions, even that's a further misconception in the sector, like flying cars versus EVTOL, because obviously that's a flying car. Like the thing you have on your screen right now is a flying car. Joby, uh, an Archer, a Cavorite X7. Those are not flying cars, but I'm just saying that that adds a little bit of fuel to the fire of the misconception because a lot of retail investors, they're not necessarily in the know on every single thing. There's a million tickers, thousands of sectors and thousands of products. So it's kind of like, but anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Like if we're going for, you know, every little bit helps. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Um, what do you think of this thing, real quick? This
Ha.
look, it's so ridiculous. First of all, it's going down on a slope here. It was driving down, but whatever. Let's say it can drive like a regular car. That's nothing innovative. Look how it flies. Y-
I would classify that as a horrible design, and whoever made it, I guarantee you, execution would be horrible.
if you look a little bit, it has like nothing in the bottom. It's extremely lightweight.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
hollow.
and I don't know how they're gonna allow people to fly these things without a pilot. It's, first of all, this is obviously a remote control. There's not a human in there. If there was a person in there, it would be a lot heavier and I don't think it would even, I don't know if it would fly.
Yeah.
Um, but they did do that flight right there as you saw. It's just pretty crazy. It looks pretty crazy. Oh, this is the CEO, by the way. This long-haired, crazy looking dude. I mean, this doesn't do any justice. Watch him in an interview. I don't know. He gives me some weird vibes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, you know a lot about different companies, obviously. You're very smart. And can I ask you a question? So you know that I know a lot about Hover, right? I don't know a lot about these other companies, right? Uh, do you know of any other EVTOL companies where you can name employees that work there or are in the executive structure besides the CEO? Like, are there EVTOL companies that you can name more than one person associated to the company? Like,
Good
besides this.
question. No, I only know the CEOs. I only am interested also in like CEOs and the leaders, which is something I think we've spoken about before, which is like I think I have this certain unique ability that I don't think other people may have to be able to identify a good CEO versus a bad one. And all the
Yeah,
signals I'm seeing is with Brandon is that he's not a good CEO, a great CEO. So,
yeah.
um,
So check this out.
uh,
Check this out. If me
yeah.
and you were at the horse track and we were going to bet on horses, and there was one horse that was like eating his hay, stomping his foot, just busting, full muscles, right? And then there was another horse that looked malnutritioned, right? Which one you betting on?
The angry horse.
Yeah, right. And if you knew the trainer and the trainer had a lot of expertise and everything, you're like, this is a sure win. I'm surprised I'm getting 1 to 2 odds on this. It's obviously gonna win, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you know a lot about companies, and you can't think of anyone beyond the CEO in these companies. Like let's look at Archer. Can you name more than one person at Archer besides
Yeah.
Adam? Okay. So that's the answer. How many people from Archer can you name?
Two.
Good. And Archer's good. Obviously, they're making good progress.
Just Adam Goldstein and Brett Adcock, which isn't fair because everyone knows Brett Adcock also.
Okay. And then Joby, you know Jobin. Do you know anybody else that works there?
Only Jobin actually. Yeah, no, only Jobin.
Okay, good. So one of the things that I think really smart about Horizon Aircraft is that they have highlighted the employees and the executive structure there quite well because in the stock market when investing, if you can get any insight into what's going to happen, that's good, right? You can get in before if you have any indications, like if it's a beverage company and like they're going to a place where everybody's thirsty, you're probably going to be all right. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Something as ridiculously logical as that. So it's funny because like when we get into this plan versus target attainment execution, it's like these guys like their ability to like make this happen is like so high in my eyes. Like, like the fact that like he knows everything. Because even childhood, bro. Look at soccer players, like those guys. Like, you ever see those videos of those soccer players that can put the soccer ball anywhere they want? Those guys have been playing soccer since they were little kids. The soccer ball is an extension of their body. Like they can literally hit the bar on the goal from like half the court away just because their muscle memory is so good. And look at Brandon. He said they got the simulator to where kids can fly the the Cavorite X7 and land it on on an aircraft carrier in the simulation. Like it's that simple. And it's like his dad, he's like so grooved in to the universe of aerospace, right? So check this out. He's so grooved into the universe of aerospace, having grown up with his father, who's obviously a very good dad and a very educated guy in aerospace. He's in the military, all that's awesome. He knows so much stuff about everything. NATO, airplanes, he ran the strike missions, and then, and all that knowledge and execution. Like, sure, the military might be a large organization that when there's a large organization, there's a lot of vias, there's a lot of stops, so things might not happen very quick, but they get things done. If you get down onto the ground, the guys get stuff done. You know what I mean? And they know
Yeah.
about, you know, tactical, strategic versus tactical, right? Because there was that one question I wanted you to ask him, but I didn't fully articulate it quite well. So I kind of like I mentioned something about it to you, but it was basically like what degree of the plan is known and then what degree of the plan is unknown. Like if you asked him that question, I think we would get like a very fascinating answer. Like because you have a plan, what extent of your plan is known, right? From present time all the way to the end. It's just so we can know how far do you have this thing thought out. He would say that. Then next question, as far as execution and getting there, how much of that is thought out? Because you could have 75% of it thought out, but then 25% of it you got some by roads. Like we could go Bombardier, we could go Mitsubishi. He's obviously not going to be specific, but he could say, hey, we got 50% of the execution figured out, and the other 50% of the execution, it has variables. Like it could be door number one, door number two, door number three, or whatever. But it's like just looking at it from the standpoint, because like you said, if the news comes out later, like I'm all about prediction. Like I think prediction, like there's a lot of perceptics, right? There's a lot of perception, sight, sound,
You
all that
know,
stuff.
um, the big,
Prediction,
the
prediction
big,
is a valid perception, as you were gonna say.
what do you think the biggest CEOs do? Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk,
Like currently,
day,
or to get there, or
day to day.
uh I think they probably attempt to live a somewhat normal life to the best extent of their abilities, like, make breakfast for the kids and stuff. And they,
Elon's an exception, actually. I don't know. He's definitely an exception, but all the
yeah,
big ones, and then this probably includes Brandon as well. They all,
yeah.
first of all, have a routine and a schedule, um, which is something most of us probably do not have. We do all to some extent, but they have at least a proper one.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually curious to ask Brandon about that. What is his routine? What is his morning and night and day like, really? But
That
I
would
know
be a good
the
question.
answer is simple actually, and this is kind of like a little bit um what I mean. Okay, the answer is basically make as little decisions as possible, but the best decisions. You can't micromanage and do everything, but you have to make all the biggest decisions, you know?
Yeah,
Instead of my like, you know, he's ultimately the one who's making a big decision on whether we're going through this path, this idea, this are we going with this engineering plan versus the other plan? He's the one who ultimately has to make the big end decisions. Um, how they're building it, how they're going about the plan, the little micro stuff. I'm sure he's also there because it's a startup, it's a small company.
yeah,
So, but generally speaking, his job as a CEO, as a leader, and why to, you know, put emphasis on the CEO rather than the employees. Like you said, I don't know any other employees really. I only know the CEOs of companies usually,
hmm,
with the exception of Horizon, because obviously I know more people on the team than just the CEO here. But
true.
um,
I thought the same thing.
um, yeah, but generally speaking, I only study the CEOs because that's what matters. I mean, like with Airbnb, I can tell you what I don't know anything, any other person other than the CEO, Brian Chesky.
Hmm.
But what I do know of him is enough to comfort me that everyone under him, which is literally everyone because the CEO is at the top, is going to be good because he's good. So like they're going to be, taken care of. Like he's developing the system. Brandon's in charge of the culture of the team, right? Like he's in charge of the big decisions, the hiring, who's coming in the team even. And like I said, what path they're going with what idea. The fact that they said no to amphibious and they're doing moving on to the X7, building a 7-seater versus not doing a 9-seater maybe, or not continuing with the 5-seater. Those are big radical decisions.
Hmm.
Um, and obviously it doesn't take your day to day to do that, but your day to day you have to be able to like learn, listen, adapt, and like just like not focus on the minor stuff so he can have the time to, I don't know, what when you work a job you just don't have the capacity to like mentally like open your brain to more new things, new ideas, like I don't know, like people always think of like, oh, I want to come up with some new business idea and start a business and make some money, right? Like shit, I have so much free time. I'm on YouTube just listening to people and things and just doing whatever. Like I just have so much free time. I have new ideas all the time. I'm like, ideas are not uh, like people who are just working all the time. You can't have new ideas. And like if Brandon is literally doing all the minor stuff of everything in the workplace, he can't have new ideas. But he is, as he said in my podcast, he does have new engineering ideas and he does have a bunch of things and paths to go through. So that tells me he's operating like on a level where he has kids. He has to have some free time. He can't do everything. So
Yeah.
um, I don't know.
We got to get you some more post-it notes, bro. Hey, can I tell you
I need
something?
some operators, dude. I need to get my I need to
Can,
get my like startup operation set up. Honestly, I have too much going on.
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I had kind of a question mark in my mind for a little bit about because there's two tiers of videos that Horizon releases on their website. There's two tiers. There's those flight episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? where it's got the military and it goes down certification and success, transition flight, right? They got
Hmm.
the flight path. That's what they're called. Flight path 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So they released those, and they've been releasing the stuff about the guys, right? The Phil Kelly bio kind of like solo thing, but then they like introduce you to the guys that work there, right?
Right.
And
Which is
it
cool. I like
it
that.
is cool. It is cool. And I
Wait, it's not just cool. It's transparent and unique to them.
exactly. And I just realized something. And it kind of goes with my whole execution thesis of prediction. Like, if somebody's like, if you could time travel and then like it's built, certified, it's banging, it's $80 a share, would you buy a ton at $2, right? And there's prediction points. Now granted, our analogy about the horse, yeah, you could bet on that one. It could have a heart attack midway down the racetrack, and then there you go. You have not won the race. You have not won the race, right? But catastrophes
We're
aside,
winning the race.
we are winning the race. But check it out. Catastrophes aside, right? Because you can have a plan and it can be all thought out. We're gonna drive the family to the amusement park, and then there's an earthquake. Obviously, you ain't gonna make it. But catastrophes aside, you know, we're looking pretty good. But I realized that the flight paths, they're saving those for like their little like we hit a milestone, we did a thing, and it's documented, and you'll be on we'll be on flight path number 32. And it's like, we're now in Japan or something like that. But those ones with the employees though, um those ones seem very intertwined. I realized this just now talking to you. The ones with the employees, the Phil Kelly stuff, that you can actually see their guys and like you can see competence. Like you can literally look at somebody like a job interview. Like you can look at somebody and you can see competence. Like it is a fact. Like you can just like what do they say? A book is worth 1,000 word. A picture's
A
worth a
picture.
thousand words, right? It's
Yeah.
like you can look at somebody and tell if they're a criminal. You can look at somebody and tell if they're healthy. You can look at somebody and tell if they're scared. You can look at somebody and tell if they're trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Like the body,
That's right. It's just like I
right?
was judging the CEO of that flying car company. And I'm
What did
like,
you?
he looks sketchy. Remember? The
Yeah, yeah,
CEO
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah,
Aleph
yeah,
flying car company? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's funny, bro. Like, we're not doing this isn't baseball, right? If you come out and they all look like Barry Bonds and you're like they're all gonna hit home runs, you're like I'm betting on the Giants, but this is not that kind of thing, but we're talking about competence, right? Because it's like it's all mathematical. If you see competence and they have experience,
90% competence.
yeah, yeah. And so I just thought that was so cool. Like I was gonna
To who
call you on the
anyone who's probably listening and doesn't understand, we like to speak in Anthony likes to throw out percentages about things that make no sense sometimes. Like
well, I like the 10% because zero is a zero. It's not happening, right? Zero
zero
percent
is
chance
my favorite number. It's the best.
with commas, right? You like zeros with commas.
Yes. Well, it's just the number is zero. But yes, obviously with commas, if you're referring to money and stuff. But in
Yeah.
general, zero is special.
Yeah, but I just feel like that's such an overlooked thing. Like people look at Horizon and they're like, look at the use cases, look at this, look at that. But just this basic point of execution and competence, like that's worth a lot. Like, you can check the boxes for certain things, but like not everybody's talking about execution, target attainment, and competence, right? And these
Did you
guys are
know?
just so competent.
Did you know the number zero was invented? It wasn't discovered. It had to be invented.
I did
Like
not know this.
not every it's the only other number that's like that. Not no other number was invented. Well,
Is it like
if I'm
white?
wrong, maybe the other numbers were invented. But we had zero later. First, we had numbers before zero, and zero came along after, and it changed the world.
That makes sense actually, because Roman numerals, like nothing would be a zero. Like, because look at Roman numerals, right? One, two, three, right? Then you put the little the with the four,
Hey,
you
I
got
didn't think of that. Yeah.
right with the V with the X with the line, so that's four. So
Oh,
a nothingness. I got one for you. I got one for you. So a nothingness would be the zero in the Roman numerals, right? But check this out. The numerical system we use now is the Arabic system, right? The one, the two, the three, the four, the five, right? That's the Arabic system.
um, yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that actually.
Yeah,
Hmm, that's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, zero
You're an
special.
interesting guy too, bro.
You too, and you're a funny guy too. Anthony brings in the entertainment, the comedy here. Um, all right. Speaking of, let's see the chat. No one's chatting, man.
Oh,
No
that's
one's
fine.
with us.
I just
We
wanted to talk
have
to you.
world world free speech. I think I've seen this guy actually. He is a super bear on Hover. The only bear I've seen comments, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'm sorry. But he said, "Good news for Archer soon up."
Great. I hope there's good news for Archer.
I don't know what
2024
news
Olympics,
is coming
baby.
for
Let's go.
Archer. I don't know what news is coming for Archer, but we did speak about CEOs, and Archer is the only company that I know someone else other than their CEO, which would be Brett Adcock. And then we have Adam Goldstein. Aside from that, I'm actually not bullish on Archer. Actually, I much much more bullish on Joby and Hover. My Archer shares, I am way okay going to special number zero, as we just spoke about. I'm totally okay losing it. And if it goes up, it goes up. I mean, I'm holding my Archer because I think the whole eVTOL market's gonna go up. But goddamn, Archer is
Yeah.
not not doing gonna be doing well, I think. But I don't want to get into that because
They'll probably do
I don't want to make
fine.
it
They'll
about me.
probably do fine. They'll probably do fine. I had this picture in my mind. I had this picture in my mind I wanted to tell you, Matan. Like imagine like a city street with nobody around, right? Just pages, just pages fluttering in the wind, right? And these being the design plans of companies that could not execute, right? And then everybody says like, oh, this one is gonna win, this one's not gonna win, or whatever. And it's like they're like, let's look at the picture. Okay, look, these guys put so much money into putting their stuff online. It's like, look at our renditions of our craft, or look at our renditions of our bus or
You're
whatever, you know?
right. Like that, the one we just saw, like their website's so shitty. Who knows about this random Italian company? And they spend
Yeah.
so much money on those renditions. And like, honestly, the renditions are really cool,
Yeah.
but no one knows about them. Real quick, we do have some comments here finally. Let's catch up. Nat Nat says, "You're definitely entertaining." Thank you. I don't know if he's referring to me or you, but thank you. And yeah.
Us.
Anthony's us. Yeah, Anthony's part of the show now. Just like yeah, Anthony's gonna be here often now. He loves Hover. It's fun to talk to him. It's a lot less fun being live alone. So oh, and speaking of I
That's
already
where you got to put a mirror. You put a mirror there, and then you can play devil's advocate. You see? You know? It's like, yeah, Hover's not going to make it. Brandon Robinson's going to start smoking crack like Jordan Belfort and Wolf of Wall Street, you know? He's like, smoke some crack with me.
I'm not gonna do that, but I maybe maybe when things get a little bit bigger and maybe when I start scheduling these because these are unplanned, so no one probably knows when I'm going on and it's just whatever. But maybe when I'll have more people and then more people are in the Discord, I will go live alone if you're not available. Because yeah, I'm on the Discord whenever I'll be doing these lives for whoever is on here still. If you want to join the Discord and chat with us instead of in the in the chat here, you can talk to us in person. So I'm gonna stay on here if anyone wants to jump on. But let's continue with what we are talking about. Also, wait, another just I'll read the next comment from Nats. I love the videos. I love the hover videos puts out. I love the hover, the videos hover puts out, the hover company that you
Yeah.
were talking about. It's building a beautiful story. Yeah, the videos of the team and the what is it called? The test flights, the
Flight
flight path,
path.
flight
Yeah.
path. Yeah. World Free Speech says they have completed a 7,000 feet height flight, plus more things are coming. That's right. I did hear about
Yeah.
that. I did hear about that. Um, impressive,
Hmm.
impressive. That's all I'll say. Impressive. I want to see some more. I'm not buying more.
I live
I'm
in San
I'm gonna be
Francisco.
a skeptic. I mean, I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon just
Check
because they have
checks
some
out.
special flight. Everything else to me is just not great signals. And with Joby and with Hover, I just feel a lot better.
Hey, Matan. So
Yeah.
I live in San Francisco, right? I know exactly where they would put them. Joby Archer, if they were operating here, there's piers out by the water. You could put them there. There's lots of places you could put them, but it would work. Like it could totally work. You know, you could go from here to Napa Valley. You could go
It's
from
not
here to Los
about that.
Angeles.
It's not about where you can put him. Everyone's talking about, oh, Dubai first, this, that.
Yeah,
It'll be perfect here because of the weather, whatever. I don't care.
yeah,
I mean, I build websites. Millions of people probably need a website. You can use me, right? Like, just like you can use this piece of land to land right here and build a little vertiport, whatever.
yeah,
I mean, the world is endless of possibilities, basically, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
But what about viability and actual practicality? This shit's not gonna work.
He went there. He went there. Hey, I got it. That box. Okay, some boxes you check with a Sharpie permanent marker. Some boxes you check with a pencil. That's definitely a pencil. That's definitely a pencil check.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
Like, uh, okay, look at Hover. Extremely competent. Sharpie, permanent marker, check. Excellent design, check. Financials, making them not do an operator, not the they don't need. There's less vias, right? Black magic marker, check in the checkbox.
Amphibious X.
Don't crash land. Don't crash in the water. Sully, the big jumbo jet. That thing landed in the Hudson, man. They're buoyant. It's like
I'm
saying,
not too worried about that. I don't think we
yeah,
talked about that on the live. I think was that on the live or I didn't publish that yet with that smells, I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So no, no, yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But you did bring it up in the interview with Brandon though. You did bring up amphibious with him and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you can throw ice skates. You can throw ice skates on a BMW. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you gotta, you know, when are you gonna go there? Never. You know what I mean? It's like, so whatever.
These
Anyway,
analogies, where are you coming with this? Throw ice skates on a BMW? You mean like instead of the tires, you like ice skate like
well,
a
okay. If
like
something's
a
gonna be
sled,
amphibious,
but a car.
they ain't made that yet. I think they call it a snowmobile.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, there's every type of vehicle out there, huh?
Dude,
That's
yeah.
crazy to think about it. So you know what? Now
Yeah.
that I think about it, there's like been every type of vehicle, and the world has been demanding these vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. Oh, they didn't have a name. They called it flying cars for the longest time.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, we discovered a new type of vehicle, a new type of mode of transportation, and the world's gonna go fucking bananas over it because there hasn't been a new mode and everything's already been made, and all the other little modes are just like toys, like a jet ski or ATVs or these
Yeah.
snowmobiles or whatever. Even a horse today, right, is no longer for transportation, like just a toy, right? Just for fun. So, this
Which
could be maybe also just a toy and sell some toys, which some rich people will buy. As we just saw with the flying car, people are gonna spend 300,000 on that thing. I have a friend who pre-ordered that Aleph flying car for 1,500 that I told you. I didn't even mention it when I showed the website, but I know someone who freaking pre-ordered that shit.
Can I say something really quick? Really quick? Just to tie the paragraph all together.
Yeah.
Exactly what you just said. Exactly what you just said. New modes of transportation. Phil Kelly on the Horizon Aircraft YouTube said it was Flight Path episode, the military one, I think. He said NATO concepts. They're basically just redoing known technology. It's like they're just taking the same known technology and just like revamping it slightly into just Frankenstein style. He didn't say Frankenstein, that was me. But anyway, he said NATO concepts, they're just taking known technology and just reconfiguring it slightly. He's like, this is new technology. So that aligns exactly with what you were saying.
Very true. I didn't think of that actually. That's an
Yeah.
interesting take to go learn about and go on another rabbit
Yeah.
hole.
Just to tie this in, anybody that's made it this far, hitting the 10% skip, just like I do, because I 10% skip my videos till I get to the parts I need. But anyway, the crux, like the crux of this entire conversation, the reason we even did all of this was because I wanted to call Matan on the phone and tell him about a category that I feel is an overlooked category that Horizon hits the nail on the head. I just realized with their meet the team, everything, it's execution. People are not convinced about execution until after. This is the show me state, right? They're like, oh, you did it. Now we believe you. It's like a job
That's
interview.
right. Just like I didn't believe in Archer, and the guy's like, "Oh, they already flew 7,000 feet." I'm like, I still don't believe. I still need to see a lot more.
Okay, check this out. I have had the thought, I'm curious your thoughts on this, Matan. I have had the thought that there's only so many Manhattans, there's only so many UAEs, there's only so many San Franciscos, there's only so many Los Angeleses, and there's only so many cities. They're talking about thousands per year. And then you're talking about the monetary aspect. Like if it's like $150 a person, $200, who's going to pay $500, $1,000? Not everybody bought Bitcoin when it was $1.50. You know what I mean? So it's like not everybody can afford the $3,000 trip to the airport. But like as far as like black magic marker check boxes for Archer and Joby with the taxi, the air taxi thing from small distances and stuff, that's my only thing. Like I think that the whole thing can make sense. I'm not bare on it at all. The only thing that's my pencil in the box instead of a black magic marker is the financial aspect of that. But obviously they got the military, they're going to do the hybrids for the
It's
military,
simple. Let me
you
tell
know.
you why it doesn't make sense to
Please,
me. And
please.
to the 9 people watching now, nice. We've been on for 73 minutes, by the way. Wow.
That's how
Um,
long we would have been on the phone, bro.
I will respond to the last comment in a second. Let me tell you, before I forget, I'm already losing my train of thought here. Why this is not going to work for Archer, maybe even Joby. Everyone's comparing them to an expensive Uber ride, premium, the Uber premium, black Uber premium rides. Those are expensive. Those are, I don't know how much they cost per mile, but they're comparing these Archer flights to be the same cost per mile. One, I think that's going to be wrong. I think it's going to be more expensive than what an Uber premium black will cost for
Data point,
various
data point,
reasons. For various
data point for
reasons.
you. I just want to tell you one datum. One datum.
Yeah.
An Uber Black, 15 miles from San Francisco to the airport is about $50 to $60. Uber Black, it could be 70 or 80. That's one you. I don't know if you know that because I don't know if you ever take those services, but I happen to know it's
And have you
uh
taken it ever?
uh Anthony. Fun fact. I was a San Francisco taxi driver for 12 years, like a legit one. Like, where would you like to go? Flip the little meter on and then drive. And I got the GPS in my head because to become a San Francisco taxi driver, you had to study all the maps and know the intersections of all the tourist spots, hospitals,
Right,
police
right.
stations. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
wait, okay. What
so
happened when Uber came along?
oh, fantastic question. So basically, San Francisco never had enough taxi cabs. People would wait hours after they called. They wouldn't even show up. So if you called a taxi cab, they wouldn't even make it to your house because they got flagged by so many people on the way to your house. They would pick those guys up. So if you
Hmm.
called a taxi, if you were in the middle of nowhere, you might get it because he just dropped somebody off out there and he was happy to get somebody. So when Uber came out, in the San Francisco's the best taxi cab cities in the country are New York, San Francisco, Vegas, Boston, Chicago. That's the top five taxi cab cities in the United States. Then you can go to maybe like Miami. It's hot. They don't want to sweat. They hop in or whatever. But this is 20, 30 years ago or whatever. But anyway, five best taxi cab cities. That's it. So when Uber came out, it was actually cool. Like because you had to pay $250,000 to own a taxi cab back in the day. Because you were literally making like $180,000 a year driving a taxi cab. It was all you'd make $1,000 a day. When I was driving a taxi
Oh,
cab,
wow.
yeah, you can make $1,000 a day easy, bro. You just got to work like a 16-hour shift, 17-hour shift, not totally legal, but you could rake it in though. And so when Uber came out, it was cool because like there was still it equilibriumed out a little bit. Like I would drive a 16, okay, 2 years after 2, 3 years, 4 years after Uber came out, I would drive a 14-hour taxi cab shift and I would have passengers in the back of my taxi 90% of the time. So it was cool, but it depends on the city. If you're in Poondunk nowhere and there's like five taxi cabs in the whole town, those guys were probably making minimum wage. But when Uber started, those guys decimated. Like only person taking it's like a grandma that doesn't have a smartphone or something like that. But anyway, San Francisco taxi cabs, New York taxi cabs, Vegas taxi cabs, they still make money. But anyway, Anthony, fun fact, only because I wanted to let you know that an Uber Black SUV, 15 miles is about depending if it's busy or not, you're going $100 on the high end to the low end of like $60. So continue with your story. I just wanted you to know it's $60 to $100 for 15 miles.
Cool. So, whatever that amount is, 60, 100 per 15 miles.
Yeah.
Okay. How many people are using that? Most people use Uber for regular Uber. How big is the market cap of a Uber Black premium on Uber's app? How big of a share is that, right? I don't know how big of a company they are. 100 billion or something? How big are they? I'm actually not sure. I could be way off. Actually,
Okay.
no, I know I'm not way off. It's in the 100 billion mark, but um
A Prius,
how much of that is due to Uber Black? A whole
basically,
lot of none is
yeah,
my
like if you
point.
take the regular Uber, you're gonna get picked up in a Prius that a guy sleeps in, maybe, right? Because they drive from LA to San Francisco to do Uber, they sleep in their car.
200
But
billion, by the way. Just yeah,
200 billion what?
market cap, Uber.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just
Um,
confirming.
from
Um,
my observation, the reason people take because Uber Black is either going to be an SUV usually or like a nice sedan like a Cadillac Black, but usually it's
right.
SUV.
Mm.
Usually it's SUV. It's because they got a lot of luggage or they got more than four people, right? Maybe like
No,
a
you
fifth
take an
person.
Uber XL for those reasons. That's different. An Uber XL versus an Uber Black. Uber Black is like Uber Premium, like you want a high-end expensive car. People usually use that when they're
Yeah,
going on like a date with a girl and they
yeah,
don't want to go in some shitty Toyota, right? Like
right,
so you order an Uber Black.
yeah,
It's a niche market, and at the end of the day, people just care about getting to the place. They don't care about getting there in a cool way, which would be like flying. Let's say it would be cool. The only practicality there is speed, which people will pay a premium for. How much of a premium? Now that depends. Like any basic economics chart curve, as the price will go up, the demand goes down, and you're limiting to, I don't know, maybe 10% of the population in a New York or whatever.
Hmm.
Like when they freaking, in New York, when they made uh they made for like a month the bridges there to get to the city, you had to pay a toll to get
Yeah.
to the city, right?
Yeah.
And so many people went all around, drove all around to a different bridge or a different route just to avoid, the certain bridge and not pay the toll, which I don't know how much the toll was. I think 10, $15, which is kind of a lot, but that's not a crazy lot. That's not like that crazy amount. They would drive a whole lot around, like 50 minutes or something extra or whatever, just to avoid that like 10 or $15,
Hmm.
which, in reality, it doesn't make much sense. Like,
Are are
based
you
on like,
referring?
but, but that's what people do. Like, their mindset is like, okay, I'm not going to pay this. Like, when they already have a route. EV tolls are not necessary, they're in addition in a way, right? You don't need them, right? We're operating today already the world without them. The world is fine. You don't need them. They're just an improvement, an enhancement to the world. So I just don't see the actual economics of it working from like just thinking of how like consumers work and like people don't care about you. They don't care about the company. They don't care. They're not brand loyal to something they're not going to own. They're going to just rent a piece of transportation. I don't care. People don't care if they use Uber or Lyft, right? Sometimes they open both apps, Uber or Lyft. I mean, if
Yeah.
there's a third app, they would open another app, but they have some sort of oligopoly going there. So maybe the same will be if there's only Archer and Joby. You don't care if you're going for Archer or Joby. You're going to open both apps, see is it cheaper, or you're going to open the Uber app and see, on Uber, can you take a midnight or an S4 or maybe just an Uber Black, and maybe the Uber Black will take you there in 50 minutes versus 20 minutes on the S4, but or a regular Uber, fucking Uber Black. Why am I even comparing?
Okay, couple data points. Couple data points. If you took a taxi cab or an Uber from San Francisco to Los Angeles, it would be like a couple grand, right? At least a couple grand. If you took a taxi cab from or an Uber from San Francisco to Napa Valley, which is an hour north, it would be $180 in the taxi cab. And it doesn't matter if it's one person or four people. One person, four people, a taxi cab from San Francisco to Napa, 1 hour north, is $180 roughly. An Uber, if it's like very not busy, it would be $60, $70, something like that. If it's super busy, maybe it's 90, 100, 120, something like that. So if
Yeah,
Joby
but
Archer,
these prices are with, first of all, one, they'll be expensive for some consumers. Not everyone's going to be paying this.
mhm,
Two, these are for cars. The margin is going to be a lot easier for them to split,
yeah,
to Uber and also to the driver to make some money. There's
exactly.
not other operating costs in between. Whereas these eVTOL companies are going to have to pay the pilot. They're going to have to pay solely the cost of the aircraft, whoever the operator is paying for the aircraft. They have a
$5
lot of
million, dollars, $5
operation
million,
expense.
dollars, right?
5 million, right? And who knows if it's staying 5 million, right, with inflation. Um, what else? Just the entire upfront cost of getting certified, getting routes, like getting contracts of getting routes of where to fly, building the vertiports, the charging infrastructure. Oh my God, I can't imagine the amount of cost they're gonna have to go through
Mhm.
to get what margin on these expensive flights that is going to have little demand. Like, sheesh. Let me jump to the comments. We now have 10 people watching. World Free Speech says Hover has big interest from India for 50 aircraft with an additional 50 if it turns out good. That's
Mhm.
right. Brandon spoke about that on my interview recently and why they took those LOIs from India. And it's not about the aircraft, it's about what they can help in terms of partnership, expertise. Um, as the company they partnered with in India, Jet Set Go, has a lot of expertise in flying in India and flying in, these different conditions, as India has a lot of different flight conditions from snowy to good and rainy or whatever. Um, yeah, that's all I'll say about that. I guess you can check out the interview and his answer. He answers it way better than me for sure. And then he says, our Western drones needs to step up because China and Rwanda looks like they have completed more tests and the safety test the parachute from 50 meters. So all our eVTOLs need to step up.
Ask him if he
I
posted
don't.
that today, because there was a guy that posted something. I think it was on one of your video or
It's
something.
him, same
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, he
yeah,
posted that
yeah,
before. Yeah. And I
yeah.
responded to him actually in the comment, basically saying, I don't remember what I said, but I actually don't know anything about Rwanda. What is Rwanda doing? Um,
These other
but
countries are doing
I'm
big
not
things,
worried.
bro.
I'm not worried of those really? I don't know. Look at
Okay,
the map we just saw.
dude,
Like,
dude. Okay, no, 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 no. Check this out. We're gonna build them. We're gonna build them. But remember what I told you. The other countries are better at adopting. Look at these other countries. California lost billions of dollars, never laid one rail for the high-speed train from San Francisco to Los Angeles. You go to these other countries in Asia, they're floating on magnets, going 300 miles an hour through a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like these other countries, their infrastructure, their ability to make these things happen, it's astonishing, right? And like I said, it's amazing that our country is doing as good as it is. It's actually amazing. The United States is doing very good on the backs of individuals that can execute.
that's
Period.
true. That's true. It's all about the entrepreneurship in Silicon Valley. Government never really comes up with real innovations anymore. Ever since we landed on the moon, I don't know what government has done. The space race was over and there hasn't been another race. Now there is a race, actually, the AI race, right? The government is actually funding a lot of AI
Yeah.
companies, data centers, all that stuff. Speaking of, my friend here, Tom Giro, is joined the chat. He also actually he knows a lot about all these AI data centers and infrastructure and stuff. He says insurance is going to be expensive for eVTOL. I agree. That's just one other thing, like we said before, what we have, all the certification, the operations, you know, I don't know, the vertiports, the charging, insurance, the pilots. You have to pay for so many things.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. Okay. World Free Speech says Joby and Archer needs to step up because of the YouTuber I Show Speed. What have already them up and flying in the
E-Hang.
Chinese drones. That means we need to step up and start showing off
Yeah.
what our drones are doing. What does he
Yeah,
mean?
that
What did I
okay,
Show
so
Speed do? You know
so
about
I
that?
speed, so I speed. That guy's like a famous YouTuber, Twitter blogger, or whatever. And yeah, he was up in one of the e-hangs. There was all these Chinese kids, and they had their phones out and
Really?
everything. Yeah, he went up in one. It was
No
like
way.
yeah, a handful of months back. Yeah.
That's so funny. Uh,
Speaking of e-hang, even though they're backed by China a lot and their investing formula with how they got their money for e-hang, it's probably a lot different. But I love with a capital L. I love comparing e-hang's market cap and float to Hover. E-hang's float is 70 million. I think it's like 74 million, right? Double what Hovers is, but their market cap is like 1.5 billion or something like that. So I love
yeah.
using that as a comparison because it shows it's possible. Like if
Yeah,
eHang
but
could be, you see,
they're in China. They're
exactly. But
irrelevant. They're
yeah, I'm
they're
just saying
they're
it's
building
possible.
a one man or
True,
two man
true.
ugly ugly aircraft. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a drone. It's not even barely an aircraft. It's a drone that can lift a human
Yeah. I literally just talking
and
about the
probably
float
just regular
and
human.
the
I,
market
I
cap.
I wonder if it can even lift a really fat person, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and these things are just fun to fly around, but they're not practical because you need a pilot to fly passengers. So the moment you only have a one or a two seater, it's just it makes things just much less viable and that's what I was talking about also before, right? The cost per mile and all these expenses, right? It's going to be,
Yeah.
let's say it's not about per person, right? If Joby has a flight going from A to B, it's not going to be like, okay, four people are on $50 each. So $200. No, it'll be like $200 for this flight route every time.
Right.
Whether you're four people or two people or one person, it doesn't matter. $200.
Exactly.
Um, I don't know. That's what makes sense to me. It should be that way. And so the less people you have, the less viable it makes, your cost per mile. And if you remember, Brandon was saying when he did his analysis, when they were doing their data or whatever research, they figured that six is like the perfect number, six people to take. They have one pilot, they have seven-seater. They initially had the five-seater, and then they did some math and they're like, oh, it makes more sense from many standpoints to have seven. And I think one of those standpoints is cost per mile, like when you're moving people around. If you have five, your lifetime trips and how many people you move around is just less, right? If the thing costs $10 million and you can only fly five people, and let's say you have 1,000 flights in the lifetime, that's 5,000 people that you moved around versus 7,000.
Yeah.
Just some quick shitty math there.
Can I ask you a
But
question?
yeah,
You know how public transportation is not profitable? Like if you take a train or a bus, you know how the cities subsidize public transportation because public transportation doesn't make any money?
it probably could make money, but it just doesn't because who's using it? People who don't want to pay for it. The moment you want to pay, the moment you can afford to pay, you're buying a car because it's faster transportation. So
Yes.
if your point here is, which is interesting, is that, this is the next step to a car. It's more convenient, it's faster, and people are going to be willing to pay. Some subset of people will still rather use a car, whereas that some subset, 1, 5, 10%, will maybe prefer to use an eVTOL because it's faster. But the
Yeah.
majority will still use public transportation, a bike or whatever that's like free. There's a lot of ways to go for free, and like at least half of the population are going to stick to free if they can.
Yeah, like the public metro is like $3, but like it's because it's subsidized by the government. If the government did not subsidize these things, they either would not exist or it would cost you $30 to take a bus, right? And they have to have some cultural infrastructure to keep people alive and going to work, so they subsidize it just like the
But
milk
it's
or
it's
whatever.
supply and demand. If buses could charge $30, individual
Exactly. Yeah.
people would create bus companies
Yeah.
and sell buses or sell at least not sell buses, people probably do sell the operation, the lines, right? The routes,
Yeah.
the drives, but
Well,
they
this was my
don't.
thing.
And
There
that's what they do with trains, though. Some trains are
yeah,
subsidized and some are not.
all of
They're
it, bro.
right.
All
Yeah.
of it. Any
No,
public
there's
transportation.
some private owned trains, but those are expensive. Here in Florida, there's a Bright
Yeah.
Line takes you to Miami to Orlando.
Yeah. Like you think
It's like
Amtrak? You think Amtrak
save
is
you save like 30 minutes to an hour in the drive if I were to go from Miami to Orlando in the train, but the ride is like $100 or something, which is
Mhm.
crazy. I mean, you can drive there and that'll be cheaper.
Well, this was what I was bringing that up. Public transportation subsidies. Check this out. Possibility. Possibility. Because you're right. I'm not a bear on the EVTOLs, Archer, Joby, these guys. You're not either. I think we both are in the same ballpark. that the only box that's checked with a pencil is the financials of everything, right? There's complexity there and so forth, right? But check this out. The government
In
subsidizes farmers.
air taxis, though.
Yeah. Now check this out. Governments subsidize farms, right? Farms aren't necessarily public. I mean, government, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, this is my point. Just to tie that all together. Do you think there's ever a possibility just to keep the infrastructure going of cities and stuff? You ever think it's possible that the governments would subsidize the EVTOLs to a certain degree to keep them in their cities so that they have that? It's like, we have a bridge. Come take a picture of our bridge. Come take a picture of our famous building. Come to our city. We have EVTOL, and we subsidize them to allow them to be here. Because you're right. Like if you really just do basic math, like $10 million, this that infrastructure, vertiports, charging stations. Like how much is it going to be to go to Napa? $5,000 per person. $10,000. Like wow, I just went an hour. I could have rented a car for a year. You know what I'm saying? I could have leased the car for a year. That what it cost me to go to Napa 1 hour. So it's like, is it possible? In
Yeah,
your opinion,
exactly.
you
Good point.
see?
Like when airplanes started, right? They had to make the it's not just the planes, they had to make the airports, right? I don't know what else there is. I can't even imagine what other costs. There's so many costs probably to starting an airline and everything around that. Um, you
Plus,
know
the
how
government loves spending
expensive,
money.
you know how now time has passed. There's been just the costs go down and demand went up. But before, not many people were flying around the world. There were much less flights, and the costs were astronomical. You know how much an airplane costs, like adjusted to inflation,
Yeah.
from what I remember learning. I mean, like thousands of dollars. There was no $100 flights. Every flight was extremely expensive. People showed up in a suit. People came to airplanes with respect. They liked it. It was a prideful thing. You would come in a suit. Flight attendants were also wearing suits or sexy
Beautiful.
outfits, right? Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah. Today, I mean, just less. They have a uniform, but people show up in headphones, sweatpants. There's no respect. People don't talk to each other. They're not excited. I don't know. People even smoked on planes, right? It was fun. People had it was a different vibe, but it was a
Yeah.
lot more expensive. And there wasn't I don't know, like it's just why was it a lot more expensive? Because many reasons probably, but this is the beginning of EV tolls is going to be just like that, I think. Like there isn't yet a sort of standard approach to how everything will be. Just like today, when you go to an airport and an airline, now there is everything is standardized, and I don't know. Not that things were not back then, but things were expensive, things were different. In the beginning, it's always expensive. It's all for the rich people. The richest people are
Yeah.
going to be using these things, flying around. That's how technology always is, actually. Like, the richest people had fridges and everything in the kitchen before it was mainstream to everyone else.
Hmm.
TVs were just for the rich. Everything was just for the rich until it wasn't. Until it became for everyone. That's just how every technology is, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Cars, right? Cars were for the rich. The poor walked around or had their horses still, and then slowly, Henry Ford standardized, popularized it, things happen. So it's all going to be for the rich at first, and then who knows what company, Joby, Hover, whoever is going to come along, maybe a new one that honestly the the most likely scenario is that the company that will be the biggest is a company none of us even know yet. If you look at, like we spoke about, I think on the live stream or not on live the other time, Boeing and Airbus, they were not a startup. There were so many startups in the airline company. and then they consolidated into Boeing and Airbus. It was like 3 to 4 companies they mixed into one, and they
Mhm.
consolidated into an Airbus or a Boeing. And that could as well happen here. Maybe what if Joby and Archer partner up, or a Hovr and Joby partner up, or I don't know what other companies partner up, or just a new. What if Elon starts an eVTOL company tomorrow? I mean, that thing's gonna take off. Like,
Mhm.
who knows? Or someone like Elon, right? With, like you said, ability to execute. It's all about the people, the leaders, the who's actually executing and running the show. That's what drives everything. Like, who's behind it all. So, there's a lot of great entrepreneurs out there.
Mhm.
Um, Everyone's tackling some problem that they think is a problem. And actually, the biggest thing with a lot of entrepreneurs, they have endless ideas and things they want to tackle. Just like Elon, he has a bunch of companies. He doesn't have time. If he could, he probably would build an electric airplane. I think he's probably spoken about it, or electric yacht or something, right? But
Yeah.
these are things that are less of a problem to him. Like I spoke about earlier, these are things that are not that needed. We already have modes of transportation. It was just extra. It's an addition. It's an enhancement to the world, but it isn't solving a big problem. It's not saving the world. It's not, which is perfectly fine, right? Brandon
Mhm.
Robinson isn't, you know, trying to be Superman here like Elon is. Elon's just operating on a whole different spectrum, if you will. He's trying to, you know, save humanity. So, whereas Brandon's just trying to build an awesome product that he wants for himself, right?
Yeah.
Um, Thank you, anyone, for whoever's tuned in still. 9 people watching right now. Please smash the like button. We only have 3 likes right now. Tom says military operational use of eVTOLs is practically non-existent. That's right, but a lot of companies are going after him. Actually, that's not true. That's not true at all, and I'll get to that in a second. That's why the US isn't in a race to improve the tech like in the space race. There's no hurry. It's better for others to do R&D. You're actually very wrong. I mean, the US is in a huge race right now.
Be
Um,
nice to him. Be nice to
no,
him.
no,
He's
no,
one
no,
of
no,
our
it's fine.
nine,
Yeah,
you know?
you're right. I should be
Don't
nice.
say you're totally wrong.
I forget,
Say,
I forget.
I
It's
may have
fine.
a
I should
piece
be
of
nice.
information. I
I
may have a
wouldn't
piece
say
of
that.
information you have not heard of.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I wouldn't say that if he wasn't my friend. He's my friend.
Oh,
I know him. Like, what you
yeah,
saying?
F that guy.
No, so I feel comfortable, I guess. But yeah, I shouldn't be so rude. Um, but no, why are you wrong, Tom? Why am I saying this? The US is in a race. They literally I don't know what is it called, the whole thing. It's 1:40 in the morning, guys. I'm losing it right now. But the US has like the whole FAA thing we been spoken about on my channel. They're going after getting companies to get certified, like what does it take to get certified? There's a whole program in the US right now.
Yeah, yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
yeah.
People know it. Yeah.
December the 5.
Yeah, and then as far as the military thing goes, military operations of eVTOLs is practically non-existent. That's wrong. It's been existent for a long time. If you look at the Osprey V-22, right? The V-22 Osprey. Do you know about that aircraft, Anthony? Super cool aircraft, right?
This is the Phil Kelly video with that. Or no, 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 no. I know what you're talking about. I seen it. Yeah, yeah. This is the one Brandon was talking about. I looked it up. I'd never heard of it before in my life, but when Brandon mentioned it, I checked it out, obviously.
It's also it's
It cost a lot to operate. I remember that.
it's exclusively for the military. It's an extremely awesome aircraft. This thing,
Yeah.
it's so cool. It's been around for a while. It flies like a beast, honestly. I don't know about speed. I mean, it's just it beast because it's such a huge aircraft.
Yeah.
And like the first time I saw it, I'm like, wow, like this thing really must be so strong to lift it. Like, you're used to seeing aircrafts fly conventionally and take off, go upwards slowly, right? This thing goes up like a helicopter, but when you see it, it's just crazy the way it lifts. I should probably play a video on YouTube, but whatever.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so it lifts, like regularly, and then it tilts the blades to
Yeah.
go, sideways and then fly horizontally. And it's super cool. But this is a VTOL that's been around for a while, and there's actually a lot of other VTOLs that have been around. But this is not an eVTOL. This is just a regular, you know, fuel powered.
What was the name of the thing Phil Kelly was flying? That F-16 looking thing that was going vertical.
Oh, that thing. That was
Yeah.
crazy. That looked cool too.
Yes.
That is a military
Yeah.
eVTOL or VTOL,
Short
but it
takeoff
isn't
too.
it also, but it isn't a um what do you call it? It isn't used. It's just like I don't think it was just used like once or twice or something.
Hmm.
So it isn't like something they actually use all the time. Whereas the Osprey, they actually use that for missions, moving people and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that one is crazy. That for anyone who doesn't know, that it just looks like a regular jet and it flies up because it has like this thing in the middle, which is just like this jet engine thrusting it all. It looks crazy. Um, World Free Speech says Archer needs to accelerate on many points because they will be flying routes for the Olympics in the US. So we are about to see a big acceleration in how far they have come. That is a good point. If they are partnering with the Olympics to fly there, it's going to be a really big well, what do you call it? Bust
Catalyst.
story, if you will, if they don't. Catalyst, yeah. But if they don't actually fly, it'll be like a big
Oh, a
deal. Like,
bust. Flop.
the Olympics has like like a big flop. Like, I don't know. I've never heard of a flop from the Olympics necessarily. Not that it can't happen, but well, never mind the one with France and all the crazy Smurf dude that they had going on, but I wouldn't call that a flop. That's just like a
It'd be
mistake
like
on
if a
their
country didn't show up, like
Yeah, right.
their
Yeah,
plane went
good
down, like
example.
Nigeria crashed on their way to the Olympics or something.
Actually, there was the last time that happened, something crazy was like I think 1972 in Germany. Germany Olympics. Was it 72? I'm not sure.
That
But I'm
was the
not getting into all
hostages.
that.
The
Yeah.
hostages, yeah.
Yeah. Something, yeah. But yeah, that would be really embarrassing if Archer doesn't pull through for the Olympics, actually. That's a good point. So, that's a really good point. I
Worst
need to do
case,
that.
worst
That is
case
actually
scenario.
that is one of the best green flags for Archer right there for me. I didn't think of that. I need to do a little more
Yeah.
due diligence
Oh yeah,
because
bro.
because
Yeah, 2028
honestly,
Olympics
it
is gonna be big.
signals it's little things like that that mean more to me than like, oh, signing some LOI or something. No, this is like they're committing to the Olympics. I mean, I don't know. That's a good point.
Dude, dude, you could literally buy any of the main EVTOLs with this basic security concept of you will outperform the S&P 500 in the next 3 years, which is 1,000 days till the 2028 Olympics. If you buy Archer at $9, you're guaranteed to make 3x between now and then. You know what I mean? Like it's a fact. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because that 2028 Olympics, the certification for everybody, even us, we'll have the full scale at least going for a while. But that 2020, like my sell point, like like that would be probably the earliest, right? But anyway, it could be 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. But anyway, that's a nice milestone. It's like anyway, you get my point.
yeah, yeah. I mean the whole market's gonna go up, but
Yeah.
I mean, overall, all of these are gonna go down and die. Only a few will have to stay alive and be winners. But yeah, we're still early. The whole market's going up. I actually really like XTAA. XTAA is like a $50 million market cap. It's like kind of like another hover,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, but
Yeah.
not at all in the sense of like their design, their aircraft, their team, their CEO is not at all out there or doing any Well, there's really not too much interesting about him. I haven't seen him at all. He's like an older dude, and I haven't really even seen him talk. I saw like one little thing.
Can I say
Um,
something really quick?
but I'm just impressed of their aircraft. Their aircraft is sexy. Yeah. What were
Can I
you gonna
say
say?
can I say something, bro? Do you remember the other day when I told you, um, like people can only compare things to things of similar magnitude, right? Like you can only compare micro cap stocks to micro cap stocks. You can only compare EV2Ls to EV2Ls, right?
Hmm.
It's trippy, bro, because Hover, you can't compare them to nobody, bro. Like,
Hmm.
okay,
Good
right?
point. Like they're similar to market cap to XTA, but they're honestly so much better. Like
Yeah. They're
order of
in one
magnitude.
hangar, bro. They're in one hangar with a couple little spots out there. But check this out.
When
Because
when we say one hanger, honestly, well,
it's more.
when people hear that, I wonder what people think. Because when I first heard that, I was like, oh, that sounds so underwhelming. That sounds like a shitty, cheap little, I don't know, thousand, $2,000, $3,000 a month rental. And they just got like the aircraft there and maybe like a couple computers and something. No, this
Yeah.
place looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, not even cool. Like I hate using the word cool. Like I need to be more descriptive. It's it looks like a workplace. It doesn't look like just a basic, boring
Hangar.
hangar to just
Yeah.
store an aircraft. Because
Yeah.
that's what I thought. When I heard hangar, I'm like, oh, I guess it's just for storage almost, right? It sounds like.
Yeah.
No, this thing is like they have a bunch of computers there. They have the flight simulator there, the aircraft itself that they're always innovating and working on, and it's literally there from them for them to always look at, not for some eye candy, but for like some actual like like oh we can touch it, move it, make it like do change things, like have ideas and when it's in front of you, it's just different.
Can,
Um, I don't
can I
know.
say
Sorry.
something?
Where are you at? Big side tangent, but what were you gonna
No,
say?
it all made sense to me, bro. Um, just like you can't compare, you have to compare things to similar orders of magnitude, right? That's how people think, right? This burger place, how does it compare to that burger place, right? But check this out. If you have a battalion of 20 guys, right? And you're fighting 1,000 people, what's the formation you're supposed to be in for ultimate success? The ultimate formation is back to back, right? Spears going out and all that kind of stuff, right? So if you're small, the way to survive is to stay compact, right? If you spread out, you die, right? Hover's not
Yeah.
spreading out. Hover's not, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this, we're doing that. No, Hover is in a hangar that is extremely technologically advanced. Everybody in the crew, from the CEO all the way to the bottom guy on the organization board, is all on the same page. They're back to back in synchronized motion, in execution go mode. They're like going like, but you see my point. Like if because we know that's powerful. That's a powerful thing to do. They're not flanked out doing this, doing that. This guy doesn't know because if you separate and spread out, then people don't know what each other are doing too, right? Because Brandon can run them all fantastically because it's tight knit group. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Execution. That's what we're going for. They got the best design, the best plan, target attainment, execution is a sure thing. I'd bet my fingers on it. You call me Anthony Stumps. I'll just count all my
Anthony,
money with my wrists.
I don't know how you have energy. Not Anthony Slumps.
Ha!
I don't know how he's awake at this hour. Well, we are a different time zone, but it is almost 2 o'clock here. 2 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning, that is. And we had said 30 to 60 minutes. We are now at almost 2 hours. This is
Oh
crazy.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
having
wanted to
fun
call you on
though.
the phone. This,
I'm
this,
having
this is the
fun.
phone. Yeah. This is the
I,
phone
I, I
call that never happened.
I'm having fun and I'd like to keep going. We have like 8, 9 people or
Yeah.
so watching, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, we could definitely do this again another time. And honestly, we could even maybe make a little daily show out of it. Would be fun. But I think that's a little too much to go daily. I think we definitely need to have a schedule. That way we know for the both of us and better for just like everyone else to know when to tune in. But um to anyone watching, maybe if I know sometimes this just gets to random people out there because like lives are fun to join. If you don't know my channel, if you've never watched me, check out my stuff. If you like Anthony, he's been on the channel before and he's gonna be on the channel again. I we just talk about eVTOLs, Hover mostly, and also other microcap stocks. I haven't spoken about too much in a while. There is a CEO of another microcap company that I'm looking to interview. Um, we'll get into that another time.
We talk about
But
vitamins. We talk about vitamins on the phone, you and me, because we can't talk about it on YouTube because I'm not a licensed practitioner.
we can talk about anything on YouTube. It's not like television where you can say whatever you want.
Oh yeah,
To
yeah,
be
oh
a
yeah.
licensed brand.
So I could say stuff like
We're not
vitamin
like
E.
Brandon can't say stuff because he's the CEO. He's got a public company. He's got I don't know what is the vocab, the lingo of it. Like
Oh,
he's got a um I forgot the word,
you
but
don't
he's
need the
got like
word,
some
bro.
sort of responsibility to where he can't,
Yeah,
to where he can't. That's not the word, but he's got some sort of like responsibility or accountability to us.
yeah.
We can say whatever we want, honestly. No one can sue us for anything. We're just a random public person and not running any company, or at least not one that anyone can invest in. So it doesn't matter
I
what we
always
say.
thought
Everything
YouTube.
is just our opinion and thoughts. But
I
I,
always thought YouTube took down like medical stuff. Like you can't be like
no,
saying like this thing will cure this or something. Like I always thought
no,
there was
no,
something in it. Oh, really?
no. We can say anything you want. You just can't show certain things. So
Mm,
like, you can't be smoking on here, or I don't know. You know,
yeah.
yeah.
Making babies.
Taking your shirt off. Yeah, you wanted to do that the other day. Making
That's
babies.
right. That's right. That's right. But yeah, no, vitamin E. Vitamin E, um, it cures heart disease and prevents it. So if you take 1,600 vitamin E every day, you have like a 95% chance of like not getting heart disease and stuff like that. But heart disease is their number one or number two, um, like main income for the American Medical Association. So like
Interesting. We
obviously
can get
they
into this health stuff another time. I'm actually interested in, and then all the other extra stuff, Brazil nuts and all
all
the other
people
extra
need to
stuff you
know.
take. I do want to get more into this because I want to know more and have more energy because I mean it is 2 a.m. and I'm sleepy, but I want to have energy like you all the time. Like this guy doesn't get sleepy. I don't know. It's late at night and he's got energy. Even what is it, 11 for you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. You know how you do the little time stamps on the bottom of this thing? You only need to put two time stamps on this whole thing. One would be bullish on EVTOLs, just penciling in the economics of some of them would be one, right? And then two, Hover is going to execute. That's the gist of the whole thing. Hover is going to
um,
execute,
well,
right?
yeah, I guess, but I'm not putting timestamps. But
Oh,
I
it's a
can
joke. It was
change.
a joke anyway.
I'll change the title if you want to Hover is gonna. I have Anthony's thesis on why Hover will win. I think that's fine.
Oh, I think that's fine. It was actually just
Impromptu.
a joke. I was literally just because we've been all over the place, and then it's like because
Yeah.
I was like, how the hell? is he gonna do? You know what I mean? Like that
Oh
would
no,
be
I'm not
like
doing timestamps. No, 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 no.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
a
But
live. It's different on live.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
also, whenever I do them, you think I'm manually doing them? That's so much work, bro. There's no way.
How does it do it?
No, I download the video, I put it on Loom, some platform to get the transcript basically, and then I copy paste the entire transcript to ChatGPT.
Oh,
I asked ChatGPT to give me timestamps, but then I'll direct it to a certain way. So, like for the Brandon interview, told it, this is a long one. It's an hour long. Usually depends if it's like a 20-minute video or something. I'm like, give me like 15, 10 timestamps. For the hour long one, I was like, I don't want to just get like a bunch of timestamps. I'm like,
mhm.
give me the relevant ones, give me a timestamp after every question I have, basically. So I
Oh wow.
broke it down to like, it knows my questions and then Brandon's answers through the transcript. And yeah. Uh, and then it gives me the timestamps. I just look through it briefly. Some of them I read, I'm like, oh, I don't like this title, so I just delete it and change it or whatever. But for
Yeah.
the most part, like it's too much work to find like, oh, in minute 15 and 20 seconds, this question starts and it does that automatically. So I just can revise accordingly. But yeah, that makes it easy. I guess just a little BTS. Follow the rabbit. The white rabbit says, I am going to buy 50,000 tomorrow in Hover. You know what? I wonder. And then another $50,000 next week. First of all, I wonder if he's being serious. $100,000 in the next week. That's crazy. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I wonder if a lot of other people are thinking they want to buy this coming week. Because I was
Yeah.
actually thinking of putting like $20,000 in
You should.
tomorrow if that thing dips. I sold some bonds I have, and I am holding a lot of cash right now. And I was thinking of putting in a big buy of Hover, but I kind of want that thing to get a little dip tomorrow. And from the sound of it, and like I put out that interview out on Friday, people got to watch it and stuff. I don't know. I feel like people
A buddy of
want to
mine
be
asked me
buying.
my opinion about tomorrow. Buddy of mine asked me my opinion, and I think I told him something like, right at the opening bell. Obviously, it's not going to blast off something ridiculous right away, right? Most likely. But anyway, quick thing. Watch the opening bell, and if it does the little sell off, right? Because everything sells off real quick and then goes right back up, right? So just watch it, and if it sells off, then just fucking go in. You know what I mean? At least half. Go in half, right? So if say you're gonna do 20,000, right?
You
Watch
know
it.
what? In reality, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen tomorrow is it's 2 a.m. right now, man.
What's gonna
I'm gonna
happen
wake up
today?
at 11 o'clock. The market's gonna be open. I'm
Today.
gonna be long gone on my opportunity if it does go down. So if I'm not pulling an all-nighter, and the only way I'd pull an all-nighter, I think, is if I stay up all night on this live with you. There's no way I'm pulling an all-nighter. Actually, the only other way I'd pull an all-nighter is if Rockstar releases GTA 6 right now.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
that would be an incredible miracle, and I
You
would
got
stay.
Red Bull? You
But
got Red
that's not
Bull in
happening.
your refrigerator?
No, but I don't need to for GTA 6.
Oh, you're good.
I'll just stay awake.
Yeah.
Um, Follow the rabbit is out here spamming us now. Wow, we went from no comments to all the comments. So let's see what he says. I believe in it. It just broke out of a triangle. Bullish pennant. Still at the early stages of this move. Did you just
Yeah.
dab? What was that?
Oh, that's the pennant. That's the triangle. Or it's my tinfoil hat. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Tinfoil hat. We're speculating with the best of them.
Yeah, follow the white rabbit. I haven't seen this guy before.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for tuning in. Give a like and subscribe, by the way.
You can't go wrong. It's like, who cares? $2.40, $2.60, 2.30. It's all the same. Just get in. Get into the company, you know? But anyway, that's what I would do. I would
You're
watch the
right. You're
opening
right.
bell, and if it gives you that nice sell-off, because you got okay, this is my theory on this. How many people did the deep dive? Yeah, okay, the volume was low. The volume was low on Thursday and Friday. That was not momentum trading. That was no news. That was nothing. So those people wanted it.
You know
Those
what? Let
people,
me.
they're not selling. Is my maybe a little
Yeah.
bit, a little bit. They're like, oh wow, it's up. Let me buy some, and they made 3% or whatever. Like, sure, obviously some people are going to sell, but that was low volume and it went up a lot. Those people are holding. That's the basic mathematics of it.
Uh, I think this guy is legit gonna buy from what it sounds like.
He
He's
should. It's
saying,
smart.
yeah. I mean, if he's gonna buy 100K, that's crazy. He'll be doing very well.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's also never seen us, never seen the channel. So he's got a lot to learn about now if he's just starting to tune in. Check out
Yeah.
the Reddit too if you haven't been on that. So he says, still at the early stages of the move. Correct. We believe so too. I'm going to also buy a lot of gold and silver miners, he said. So he's mentioning he's going to buy that. So he might also be buying Hover, I guess. He's mentioned like he's just casually mentioning that. So sounds like
Nice.
this guy's actually going to be buying a lot of Hover. Not financial advice. I just saw you guys on my feed, he said. So that's where I got the analysis of he's probably never seen us before.
Mhm.
Yeah, because when you go live, it just appears to some like new people, which is pretty cool. But it's interesting that he went to see, like, he clicked the live, seeing us, probably knowing about Hover. He's saying he's gonna buy Hover, but
Yeah.
he's never seen me talk about Hover or seen the Reddit, I wonder. So that's cool. You got a lot to dive into, down the rabbit hole. And then he says potential cup and handle as well. Yeah,
Oh,
honestly, people like technical analysis. It does look good. I've briefly spoken about it here and there on the channel, but I never really pay too much attention to it because I'm looking more in the long run. Technical analysis more for short term, but also not really, but also really just like news and economic factors and the whole market as a whole for eVTOL matters more than the actual specific company's charts. All of that is fun to look at, but mm. Okay. He says, I saw the title hover. That's why he clicked, I guess. That's interesting though. That's what I mean. And auto clicked because I've been looking at the chart for a while. Interesting. So he's been looking at hover for a while. And I guess maybe that's why the live appeared for him, but that's
makes
interesting that
sense.
none of my videos have shown up if he's ever looking up hover. I've looked up, I wonder if you look up hover stock on YouTube, I think I'm like, my videos show up, mine and Hustle Brothers, and I don't know who else. Pretty much just us two. I don't know who else is in the space. Um, there is that one girl, Nicole Josephine, actually. Do you know
Yeah.
her?
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Yeah.
She has the potty mouth. She's got the potty mouth and
I
she loves
actually
her
wanted to
some.
reach out to her and have her
Yeah.
on here one time. That'd be fun to go live and chat with
That would
her.
be fun.
I'm
Yeah.
curious to just ask her some questions and get to know her because she just talks about stocks, but I'm curious to just hear her like about her a little bit. She's always on like with like her babies in the background making
Yeah.
noise and shit. And
Yeah.
yeah, and she talks a little crazy, like she's all over the place.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah.
seems fun.
Me and
Um
her would get along great.
yeah, you guys would. Yeah, it'd be fun. Let's do a live. Let's see if we can get her on. Can you try and
Yeah.
reach out to her? I don't know
Yeah.
where to reach out to her. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I'd love to. Yeah, sure.
Let's
Yeah,
try and
she's
get her.
on X.
It'd
She
be fun.
responds on X. I've talked to her on X before.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I don't have an X account anymore. My accounts. I don't know how to log in. I don't know what happened.
If you go to YouTube and Google HOVR or Hover or whatever, Horizon Aircraft, okay, so you pop up, the Hustle Brothers pop up, and then from there it kind of depends. A lot of times it's just the Horizon Aircraft stuff, but if you kind of like get a little more strategic with it, go to the ones you haven't watched because if you hit unwatched, then it'll show you the stuff you haven't watched. Then you can potentially get some of those investor conferences or stuff, but they hide that stuff, bro. Like it's like you gotta like get real specific to find that stuff.
It's not hidden, it's just the algorithm. People aren't watching those videos. They're much more boring. People aren't liking, engaging in the comments and stuff. So that's why.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't mean definition number one of hidden, like
oh,
someone put somewhere, put
yeah,
something away with a malice aforethought. I meant hidden, like you just can't find it.
yeah. Follow the white rabbit says, I regret not buying sub $1. We all do to some extent because I bought sub $1, right? You also bought, right? Sub $1. When you've been
Yes,
buying
I
sub
was
one,
buying
yeah.
at 45 cents, 50 cents. I bought a
We
little bit after Christmas time last year.
we
Yes.
just regret not buying more.
I lost
Actually,
sleep over it.
yeah, yeah. I I I remember when it hit like 30 cents one time. I was buying at around 50 cents. It was crazy and it went down to 30 and I was worried. I
Yeah.
was like worried and I barely bought. I was like, I don't know. I think I put like $200 or something ridiculous. And then when it went up back to 50s and 60s, I was like, shit. And then I started buying more. God damn. I mean, I now I look at it and I'm like, I still wish I didn't buy enough. I really didn't buy enough. My average is 85 cents now. It keeps going up, but I'm buying $20 a day. I have a daily buy, but I want to do a big $20,000 purchase if it
Can,
goes
can I
down
can I ask
sometime.
you a stock question? Maybe you know the answer, maybe somebody knows. I was watching Hover during the tariff scare April 8th. I was watching Hover. I didn't know how this was possible. It had to have been a hedge fund or something. I don't know. You know how like when something has really crappy volume, you can't buy a lot. I tried to buy 20,000 Hover when it was like 50 cents, but my order would never go through because the volume was so low. I had to like buy 100, buy 100, buy 100, buy five. Yeah, it's like some 500 orders would get full, but I could never buy like a mass amount when the volume was low, right? But check this out. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this was weird, bro. I was watching Hover April 8th, and it was going down. It was going down, and it hit like 38 cents or something. And the moment it hit that 38 cents, it got 100,000 volume. I didn't know that was possible. So I don't know like which NASDAQ market maker or who was able to do that, but it was crazy. It was like no volume, no volume, no volume, just a little bit. It hit like 38 cents and then it was like 100,000 volume, but it didn't really move the needle that much. But you could see that somebody just loaded up 100,000 shares and it didn't move much. It was really weird, man.
I don't understand how the market moves. There are things I've said it on a live a long time ago. People are not going to remember. I mean, I remember my shit, but
You
and
say
you
it
do,
now, I'll
you do,
remember.
you do.
Yeah.
I don't think you, do you remember I shown a chart. I'm not going to start sharing screen and show it again. I shared a chart. Was it 2018 or something? Ethereum was like $2,000. It went down to 10 cents instantly and then back up to 2000.
Oh, wow.
But it went to 10 cents.
Wow.
How? 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 How does anything move like that? Um, and that blew my mind. Something obviously very abnormal happened. But
My
even still, any little random company that has some big up and down fluctuation, it's always going to bewilder me. I have no idea how any of it happens. Like it's just beyond my scope of understanding how the markets move, how the money flows. It's really I honestly did not do too much of a deep dive and try and really like dive into understanding it, I think, at least enough. But like from what I did know or learn and look into it, just like I just don't know. I really don't know. All I do know is like I told you, my thesis is stay in the markets. Markets are, putting your capital into business is the way to wealth and growth. and financial, freedom sort of. So, um,
Two possibilities. Two possibilities. One possibility, it was a glitch in the chart, probably not. Who knows? But then the
no,
other
no, it's not a
possibility.
glitch in the chart. If it's go to any, and pick your company, pick what chart. Like go to Ethereum, look at 2018, look at that specific date, the
Mhm.
specific day, and on a candlestick, of course. You can't look you have
Yeah.
to look on a candlestick. But yeah.
Yeah, let's say no glitch. Glitch not accounted. So I guess one possibility would be somebody big got out, blew all the stop losses all the way down, but then a lot of guys had buys for lower than they were, and it could have just been the perfect storm where big dude got out, blew out all the stop losses, but then there was a whole bunch of buy orders so low that it went back up. But that would be like the perfect orchestra. Like the all the variables of events would have to be perfect to go back up. It's a possibility. But you're right.
You
That
can
is
check it
crazy.
out, Google it. There's got to be something, but
Yeah.
even if not, I always like to give extreme examples.
That
But
is extreme.
but that's an extreme example of like something minor. You gave an example of how Hover did that
Yeah.
100 million volume whatever move, but
Roger that.
yeah, I always like to talk in extremes. Like if you saw my question to Brandon, I like to give him the extreme of like a 40-seater aircraft to the 255-pound ultra lightweight. So I think extremes um help with understanding the middle a lot better. So whatever. Let me just continue reading on here. We got a whole lot of messages from the rabbit. He says, what made you guys he says, after I regret not buying sub $1. Holy crap. Nice buy. What made you guys want to buy? Um, what was the catalyst? Not enough liquidity. Big players, whales, could be insiders too. You
Hmm.
guys are very savvy if you got in that early on Hover. Thank you. Very, very savvy. Not a lot of people got in that early, retail wise. Cash is trash. That's right. Use it to buy assets. That's right. Um, yep, I agree with you everything that you said there, as well as savvy. Maybe so. I'd like to think picking winners. So if you like what we're doing here, check out some of my stuff on the channel. I talk a lot about Hover, and also give me a subscribe. Really appreciate that.
Hey, check this
I
out, bro.
also interviewed the CEO of HOVR twice. One was just like 3 days ago. So check out that interview. That was a really good one. And
Two thumbs up.
you'll learn there why we invested. Um, what was the catalyst? I don't think there was a specific catalyst for me of why I invested. I invested slowly. I never put one lump sum actually.
I knew
Like
they were
tomorrow I want to put
misunderstood.
one lump sum finally, actually. But I've always just invested in like, I don't know, a, a daily buy plus I don't know, here and there some sums, but not something big. So there wasn't one day. I don't know. It was just. Do you want to share why you got in, or
Yeah, I
he
felt
can
like they
check out
were.
my channel and see
Yeah.
more of my answers. But why did you get in?
Mine's easy. I felt like the company was misunderstood. I felt like there was a lot of momentum in the all electric, and people looked at hybrid like that's so 2002. Like that's so Toyota Prius. Like who cares about hybrid? But like the real, aerospace, infrastructure knowledgeful people, like having no infrastructure required and all that stuff, and their wing and fan technology and the team and everything. I just felt like they were misunderstood. Like that's why I keep telling you that I think the chart pattern is going to be the "we cured cancer" chart pattern, and I think it's going to go up a lot so that when they do dilute, they won't have to increase the float very much. And I think it's phenomenal. Like, oh, uh, secondhand observation, seeing what other people did and learning from it. Like their EVTOL 2.0. Like, what does he always say? We looked at what was going on in the market and we found an area after those investors came to us, and we found a gap in the market. It was
Yeah.
this, like dude, like you know what I mean? Like when you're first, like first, that's cool, but first is gonna scrape a lot of knees. You're gonna make get some boo-boos being first. Third to the party, you know what I mean? Third to the party is pretty sweet. You can assess the crowd a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm in. And the other reason I in on a personal note, um, I've been in the stock market for a year, and I basically just wanted to find something that was very cheap that I could buy a ton of shares and be very rich in the future, so I could help my family and friends.
Got to start
And
looking into the water company also, bro. We're at
Roger
like
that,
30 cents right now.
Roger
Really
that,
cheap. 30
Roger
cents.
that.
That's pretty much where
Yeah.
the low was for HOVR when
But I looked, researched a lot of stocks. I found things that were 80 cents that went to $25 a handful of months later, $1.50 that went to $20 a handful of months later. I found a whole bunch of things that did that, and I thought they might, but I didn't pull the trigger with a large quantity of money because I wasn't totally sure. There was things I didn't totally. You ever see that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street? Remember I was telling you that story? The Wolf
yeah.
of Wall Street, when Jordan Belfort is in the penny stock place after he lost his job, and he's talking to that guy, and he's like, um, "Oh yeah, Aerodyne, top technology. These guys are. It's going to be military certified really soon." And then the camera angle goes, and it's two guys in their mom's garage with just like trinkets, and they're just like making radars. And he's like, he sells the guy like $6,000 of the penny stock. So there was some stocks that I saw when they were $1.50, 88 cents, and I had a good feeling about them. But I was like, this could be some like dudes in the back of their mom's house making radars in the garage type stuff. So I wasn't feeling it. So I don't want to put all my money in something small to then, have it, take me to the promised land. But Hover, though, that was my line in the sand. After seeing all these things and seeing what's possible, that something can go from 88 cents or a dollar up to 25, $30 and beyond, I was like, okay, it is possible. So then I drew the line in the sand. I was like, Hover, that's the one. Let's go. So that's why we did it. Brandon and the team has the best execution. Like, let's not even worry about designs. Like Ferrari, the ones we saw the pictures of earlier, Ferrari and these things that go up in the air. Everybody's got weird designs. Scrap the designs. Our design's the best, but don't even worry about the designs. It's about execution. You can have a fantastic design, but execution bankrupt, right? Horizon, these guys attain targets. Small crew, right? He even said we're going to open up some other manufacturing facilities more than just the hangar in the future, but we have not released those locations, he said, right? But they're back to back, bro, shield to shield, just banging it out, running lean, burning small cash. Hover's going to go, bro. Like, I'm pumped. Love it. Love me some Hover.
late at night. You got so much energy. So
Yeah.
pumped.
Hey, read the rest of the comments real quick so these people can feel acknowledged. If there's any more comments, then let's scrap it, bro, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
Great.
He just responded, "Whoa, cool."
Sweet.
Yeah,
um,
yeah, it's getting late.
yeah.
We've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think. We
If I would have
started
called
at
you on the
12.
phone, it would have been this long.
Maybe. Yeah, well, it was fun.
Yeah, bro.
Let me see how I can end it, and then I will say my line. How about you say it with me this time? Do it with me.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Ready. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in, watching. Thank you
I
all
can't do it.
for
I can't do it. I can't do it. You do it. You do it. You
whoever
do it.
is live with us here. And then whoever might be watching this later. I mean, 2 hours. Damn. You think people are gonna watch this thing? That's crazy. I know I'm gonna watch the Hustle Brothers live after. I haven't seen the one from today yet. I
It was
tuned in
good.
at the end.
It was good.
But theirs is just like an hour. We went really overboard here. I know people were tuning into the one with you and Dead Smiles. We did like a good hour or something, but this is
Mm.
really long. And is this entertaining enough? You think Should I just take it down after the? I could also just take it down. It could have just lived the live and people had to be live, or should I let it live?
I think it should be documented because this might be the first place on YouTube that anyone ever had the idea that the way Joby and Archer and those guys will make it is from government subsidized programs similar to farmers and public transportation. And it would make sense for a city to be like, we have to have the EVTOLs. We need tourism to come back and stuff. So we're going to give them $400 million a year just to operate in our city. It's possible. I never heard anybody say that though. You ever heard anybody else say that?
No, but you think 2 hours of I could also just clip that if you want, but whatever. We'll let it live. People could watch it, don't watch it. If it gets no views, whatever, I
They
guess.
might watch it just out of curiosity. Like, what the hell were those guys doing for
I know, right?
238 minutes?
Well, more importantly, what if freaking starting a stream at midnight and then until 2 a.m. here? What's going on? 2:30. It's almost 2:30 a.m.
Okay, two things happened here. I wanted to call you on the phone, but I thought this would be funner. And I didn't want you to
More
have to spend,
fun.
I wanted to be more fun. Thank you. Thank you. I thought this would be more fun than calling you on the phone. And I didn't want you to have to waste any of your time editing a video. You see? Because your
Yeah,
time is
true.
valuable.
Thanks. 2 a.m. here.
Get to sleep. Get to sleep. Let him go. Let him
Yeah.
have it. Let him have it.
No, all good. I want to smoke something and then I'll go to sleep. I'm not gonna do it on here. I wouldn't mind continuing chatting and continuing this on, but I would just maybe need to shut my camera off.
Yeah, because in the end, you're probably
Do you
just
want to
telling me
chat?
peace out. You're
Do
gonna
you
tell
want to?
Anthony, stay questioning everything, Anthony. Keep thinking, Anthony. Peace
Anthony
out,
can,
Anthony.
yeah, you guys have any questions for Anthony? Anthony can ramble on. He's got energy right now.
I'm actually a morning person.
What?
Yes,
So
yes.
you should get going to bed soon.
I'm cool on 5 hours. I like seven. 6.5 is okay. If I get 5 to 6, I feel
Oof.
pretty good, but I can't do that many days in a row.
I need your special genes. That is
I
something.
You wrote down the vitamins, bro. I told you the B1, the vitamin C, and the E. That's the baseline, cheap monetarily to have a nice. Obviously, A, B, C, D, all the vitamins are good. But if you're going to do baseline energy, B1, 500
I
milligrams,
still gotta go to Whole Foods and get them. You gotta tell me exactly what brands, not just like vitamin A, vitamin B. I'm gonna go
whatever
to
they
Whole
got.
Foods and they're gonna be like, oh, whatever. They got so many.
They got their own brand, the 365. Just buy 365 B1, 365 vitamin C, 365 vitamin E. Just buy those. It costs you like 30, $40. The vitamin E is the expensive thing because that's very good. They make it for olive oil has the same phytonutrient that the vitamin E is. You know what I mean?
So I could
So
just have some more olive oil.
yeah, olive oil does have some of the vitamin E components, the
You,
phytonutrients.
you know Brian Johnson, right?
Who's that?
The health live long forever guy.
No.
No, never mind.
Oh,
Uh, I learned from him to have a lot of olive oil, and I like olive
yeah.
oil.
I drink coffee with no sugar, but I do put cream. I take one garlic a day, right? Um, Garlic's awesome, bro. Like garlic, people talk smack. Okay, this is my theory about garlic. Um,
Theory
Tons.
about garlic. He has a
Yes, yes.
theory about garlic, guys.
Dude, check
That's
this out. Check this out.
crazy.
Check this out. Check this out. I take garlic like a little vitamin. So I buy a clove of garlic, right? And then I break off a piece and then I just swallow it like a pill, right? I'll bite it and swallow it like a pill with some water, right? Check this out. Most people don't experience the benefits of garlic because 99% of the time when they're getting garlic, it's at the same time as a carbohydrate. They put it on pizzas, they put it on spaghettis, they put it on this. So you're not going to eat a pizza and be like, whoa, I feel great because you're getting carbohydrate comatose, right? After the pizza. But if you just take garlic by itself, did you know that there was revolts in ancient Egypt because there was a flood? There was like a flood agricultural situation where they lost a good amount of the garlic or something, and then people were like, "F that!" Like garlic's that important.
No, never heard of that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but yeah. So I
Yeah.
take garlic, but you won't feel like if you're putting garlic on a Domino's pizza and you eat it, you're not gonna feel awesome. But if you take garlic by itself, you're gonna feel great. If you get sick, you're supposed to take garlic because what did I tell you the other day? I basically take all the things you're supposed to take when you're sick when I'm healthy. You see, there's all these
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
they
I
say.
like that.
Yeah,
The way you said that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Did you know that the people in the comments let me know if you knew this. Did you know that me and Anthony are pulling an all-nighter today?
All right, peace out. I gotta go.
And I remember we first said bye or something like a good 30 minutes, an hour ago at this point.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
no, it's all good. I'm having fun, but no one
Yeah.
else is chatting with us. No one else is commenting. We have 6 people on now, but
No, it's fine.
hey,
It's
hey.
documented. It's documented. Anybody that watches the whole thing, they're gonna know what's up.
You know what? If anyone watched the full 2+ hours, I don't know how long this is at this point. Holy shit. Thank you. Big thank you. I mean, big thank you. I don't
Yeah.
know how to say big thank you. Like, just drop a comment that you've, oh, this
No,
thing.
you gotta zoom in for that. You gotta zoom in for that.
Zoom out further, zoom out further. This AI camera thing. Yeah, leave a comment that you watched the whole thing and and I don't know how to say thank you. Like, fucking send them a fucking Venmo. Just
Send
like,
them 20 bucks to
damn.
Hover.
No, I guess just like leave the comment that you actually saw the whole thing, and I'm just gonna say like a personal thank you in the comments, I guess. Like shit. I guess any question you have for me, like you want me to review a certain ticker for you or something, I will review it. People ask me here and there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make a video for this random ticker.
You know
But
what this is like?
for you, special one out there who's listened to the whole thing, I should. People could also just skip to the end and listen to this and then just say they listened to it all. So maybe we should do something where it's like, hmm,
You know what this is
what if
like?
I will offer just $1? I don't care, $1 Venmo. How many people are
Uh,
gonna, you know? But you have
okay,
to tell me
abracadabra,
like every like something that we said in the middle, in the beginning.
avocado. Avocado. That's the code word. If they watch the whole thing and they put avocado
No,
in the
no, no, you can't
comments,
do that because they could just watch the end here. How about it's like a question and they only know the answer if they've really watched the whole thing. So like the answer is somewhere in the middle. You don't know if it's in the
mm,
beginning, in the middle, wherever it is. What kind of
what
question?
did the what did the Spartans do? What did the
What do you mean?
Spartans do with their hands? That could be it.
What do you mean?
About an hour and 47 minutes ago, we said that the Spartans broke their hands into the shape of a fist so
Shit,
that they put the.
I didn't even I missed that. Well, you already gave away the answer, but
I'm just saying that would be an example. That would be an
that's a
example
good
of the question.
example. That's a good
Yeah.
example. All right, let's try and think of a good question, another question that we'll both know the answer to. And I'm actually
What
down.
car company?
I'll send
What car?
$5 to the first person who gets the right answer, says they watched the whole thing and answers this. I'll send them a $5 in Venmo, whatever. What's $5? I the only thing is gotta figure out how to they gotta DM me their Venmo, but who let's see who gets the answer.
And it can't be anything associated to a picture, right? Because if I said, say the question was, what car company did we talk about? They would just fast forward to pictures of cars and then say Ferrari. Or when I said, what the hell's that 1980 Toyota
Hmm.
Civic? What's that 1980 Toyota Civic
No, I don't
doing
think we
behind
should
this?
talk about when I was sharing screen because that'll be easy to
That's
just
what I'm
move
saying. That's what I'm
around.
saying. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying.
got to be something you actually listen to the
They
whole
got to
thing.
work hard for this $10.
Um, there definitely will be people who listen, maybe, probably. I wonder. We have a comment here. We'll get there in a second because that'll make us sidetrack. I want to get to a good question. What's something we went over that could be a good question?
I
Uh,
got it. I got it.
yeah.
What was
Don't say the
Anthony?
answer.
I got it. What was Anthony's profession that he spoke about?
That
The
was
thing
not
I
in the
did.
beginning, right?
No,
Yeah.
it was in the. It was
Don't
somewhere.
say
I did it.
when. It was somewhere.
It
Yeah.
was somewhere. Well, this thing's 3 hours. It was what I did for 12 years. What did I do for 12 years?
Ah, ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, that's that's a good question. Well, I feel like some people know you. No. All right, that's a good question. What did Anthony do for 12 years? Yeah, that's somewhere in the middle there. Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe
okay.
25% from the beginning, 15% from the
So to
beginning,
whoever
70%.
answers that correctly, um, I'll send them $5 in Venmo, I guess. Only to like, I don't know, the first person. Maybe like if two people or something come around the same hour, I'll be fair and give it to them. Whatever. But all right. We have athletic style says, "Hi, I just hopped on, but was wondering." I knew someone would already have got no way. Someone already got it, bro. Someone already
No.
got it because they're watching like throughout the whole time now. I should have clarified and stated. Honestly, it's not fair though. If I said that because the people who are watching now, like, biggest thank you to them for watching.
Okay.
But I was thinking it's more for the people who are like later on, like after this is posted, not on the live chat, like a real comment in the comments.
Yeah.
Um, um, you know what? I'll do maybe two. I'll give the This guy did not comment anything until that one comment. I can't believe this.
Okay. Who's listening to this?
He's
You have
actually
security
listening though.
guards.
He's
You have
actually
security
listening.
guards.
So
You have security guards. Check this out. You got security guards doing graveyard shifts that just like to play stuff in the background for entertainment, right? He could be a security guard. Um, he could
okay,
be,
listen.
right?
You just costed me $10 in this live stream. I'll do it. Whatever. We're gonna give it to this DPP guy who's never said a word on my live streams. Never said a word on any comments on any YouTube. I've never seen this guy. He just wants money. He
He
came,
just dumped
but he's been
it.
listening. He's been listening. So I mean, it's not like other people who. No, it doesn't make sense. This is a little. Wow, I'm surprised.
Twilight Zone, bro. Do 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 do.
So I'm gonna I'll give it to him. I don't know. DPP, reach out to me on the Discord or something.
He should get it for listening this long. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
real.
that's what I mean. When
Yeah.
do uh now I want to know when it was said. I don't know how long ago. Don't say it, but because I'll give to another person. Um, DPP is just gonna like hit up one of his friends and be like, "Yo, comment on this later." But no, after the live
You'll
and
notice it though. Anybody that watches this will be someone you know.
it's first of all, it's 2 hours long. So
Yeah.
if there's any comment right after the live that goes in, there's no way they watched it for the full 2 hours,
Right.
and then commented. So only once I wake up, someone could have hypothetically watched the whole thing. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll do, but it one for the not live people, whoever really is watching this, if you comment your answer, oh, you know what? He gave away the answer on the live. In the live, they're going to be able to, unless I stop the live chat from being seen, he gave away the answer. I think we're just gonna
Smart.
have to give it only to him. I don't think I could give it to anyone else.
Yeah.
I also want to respond and say, okay, so we have Tebow also. Tebow commented. Um, well, I didn't respond to Athletic yet, as because he retracted the message. Oh, I didn't say. Okay, cool. He's listening. Thanks, DPP. All right, so we know he's got the answer. I didn't say his comment yet, right? I didn't say the answer. We never said.
Correct.
Cool.
Correct.
So it is anonymous still. DPP, I'll give you your $5. Hit me up on the Discord. Um, and I removed the answer, Matan. I'm a fan. Cool, thanks. I guess you're subscribed. And awesome. So hit me up on the Discord and I'll get you that Venmo
You know
if
what this
if
was
you have
like?
Venmo. And then to anyone else who's listening after this live stream, let me know the answer in the comments and we'll do the same with you if you got a Discord. Or I mean, it doesn't have to be on Discord, but that'll be the best way to reach out to me. I mean, could do the Reddit. Also, people could DM me on Reddit actually. Um, Athletic Style says, "Hi, I just hopped on, but was wondering what may trigger Hover to jump for the past few weeks. For the past few week when it has been the stock has been stagnant since June. My gosh, it's so late. I'm reading like a retard. Um, sorry for my language too, but whatever. Uh, what is he saying?
He's asking why it jumped off no news. Basically, people have been waiting for a better price because they knew no news had been coming out. So they were just waiting and buying dips. The reason it had that pattern was because anybody that didn't know what the program was selling, and these guys were buying it right back up. Remember the heartbeat thing I was talking about? If something is alive, it has a perfect heartbeat, perfect pattern. So it's very alive. It's a very alive stock. A lot of eyeballs on it.
Okay. Um, yes, that's right. Yes. Sorry,
And he did say three to
I
six
got
months explosive.
I didn't read Tebow's
Bloomberg.
comment till now, actually. I didn't really process this. I really like Tebow's comment. Oh yeah, 3 to 6 months explosive. I don't know, many reasons.
Bloomberg.
I don't know. Um that's like a basic comment I've seen a lot. I don't know what to answer. Like it's just hard to
Perfect
predict.
storm. Perfect storm.
Perfect storm. I mean, I don't know.
Overevaluation. The other
There's not
ones.
one answer. It's just like
Yeah,
a
perfect
mix of
storm.
things and yeah, whatever.
Perfect storm.
Tebow says could be the title of a film, The Garlic Theory, to what you said.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Um, Shout out to Tebow. I've seen him on actually many times. He's been commenting and on the live and just also on the Hustle Brothers. I've seen him on. He's just pretty active. So a little shout out to him. And thanks for being on right now. DP says, okay, I read that. Athletic style. But those listening know I will keep quiet. Athletic style. Oh, that's right. Yeah. About anyone listening, I guess, about the um not telling people the answer to comment. Yeah, honestly, it's just $5. It's whatever. But let's see whoever will comment and find that out. This is fun. Are we continuing? This is late as hell, 2:40. My goodness.
I
This is
gotta
fun.
wake up. I gotta
This
wake up
last few minutes
tomorrow.
was really fun, actually.
There's a couple swing trades I gotta monitor tomorrow, and then we might exit and then acquire more hover.
Really?
Yep.
What are you swinging?
Nuke. NUKK.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned, yeah.
Yep.
You should talk about that a little on the Discord, maybe. So you can share in the everyone chat, maybe a little
Mhm.
bit about your thesis and stuff on it. Someone else actually today, forgot who, Yellow Jacket or someone. He I want to bring him on also. He knows quite a lot about Aduro. Was it? We spoke about Aduro. No, 374 water it was. He in the chat also, he was the first one on the everyone chat to like bring up his own. I don't know. He wrote a whole thing. I don't know if you saw small cap idea, and then he put the ticker. Interesting play on graphite. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
You should do that too, maybe, and put your thesis on Nuke over there. To anyone listening, I know there's some new people probably. I don't just talk about Hover. I talk about a few other micro cap opportunities, and looks like Anthony also likes to as well. So check out the channel, and maybe I'll do a video with Anthony on Nuke one day, and we can bring you guys that story. Um, but yeah, other than Hover, the other stories I like are 374 Water and Aduro, which you can check out on my channel. You were gonna say something?
Yeah, Nuke is awesome. Like it could easily short squeeze, and they have a lot of cool stuff. Very low float. They retracted an offering they were going to do, and then the next day they got $250 million. They're going to get 100% of the Iron Dome and all that kind of stuff because they do the generators and the lights and the infrastructure for the Iron Dome in Israel and all that kind of stuff. FinTech company, all that stuff. I'm very happy with it. A lot of guys are bullish on it. I'm just I got it. I bought it at like a ridiculously low price, and then I'm just riding it out because it went from $1 to $70 at Christmas time last year, and I got in at $3.60 when it dumped. I got in at 3:59 p.m. right before the market closed after it just sold off, sold off, sold off. I got in right at the end, and then ever since the opening of the next day, it's been going up, 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 up. So like, yeah, it's probably a fantastic thing to like get in and stuff, but I'm probably like there's a 80% chance I'm not going to sell it tomorrow because I'm like so low. Like there's so much concrete floor above my entry price. I'm kind of just riding it out. A lot of people sold it. I did not sell when a lot of people sold when I went up to 7 2 days later because I wanted to keep my extremely safe entry price and get up to $50 and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. But it's awesome. Like it's not going to get the $50 just because of me. It's going to get the $50 because a lot of people are going to short squeeze it. But so yeah, enjoy.
Check it out. Do your own due diligence, guys. I am not in Nuke personally. I just don't really understand it. If I don't understand it, I'm not gonna buy it. I view
Yeah.
investing as buying, a business like it's your own, and I that's why I'm in what I'm in. I just don't understand Nuke to be able to put in my personal funds. But yeah, enjoy. Check it out. We had 11 people, now 9. We're actually hovering around 10 people sometimes. Quite nice. We have a pretty decent people amount of watching right now, this late at night.
All right, so check
And
this out.
a
Check this
pretty
out.
boring stream, honestly. We're what are we entertaining, guys?
Basically,
Are
what
you
this is
entertained?
is this not why you are here? Right? Hey, you know what this is? This is basically a phone call between you and me that if the FBI was wiretapping it and could listen to the whole thing, these people got that experience. Because basically this is just a phone call between me and you that all these people could listen to that would have took 3 hours on the phone if we were on the phone. It's basically what just happened right here.
Uh, I mean, I don't think we would have been this long on the phone. I think we're longer because of the live having fun.
There are dimensions to it.
But yeah,
True. Okay, if we talked on the phone, it would have been an hour and a half.
I really want to freaking smoke.
I'm gonna go to bed.
But I know you want to ramble a little more, and there's
I'm
still
going to
some
bed.
people on if you want to chat with them. So I
So
can
check this
just
out.
stop my camera if you want to chat a little more. I'll still chat. I'm just gonna stop my camera.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Let's end it, honestly. We gotta end it already.
This was the
Um
encore. We were going to end earlier. This was the encore.
yeah. Yeah, this was nice. This was a nice ending. I liked it.
Dude, you're interviewing the CEO of Horizon Aircraft, bro. Like, that's big. That's fantastic. Your channel's great. You're doing awesome. More people should watch it. All your videos are very artistic, very informative. They're great. Wish you, every day awesome. I'm excited for tomorrow, and I wish that for you.
Everyone stay tuned and subscribe because I have another CEO interview coming soon. Hopefully, actually TBD. I should probably not even announce it and jinx anything. Um, it's some CEO I've actually interviewed her before, and I'm embarrassed to say I've interviewed her before Brandon. This was like 2, 3 months ago before I was really barely just starting off on YouTube. And I just interviewed her out of my own curiosity. I just had questions and I just asked her if I could record for YouTube. And I didn't realize I didn't get the audio. I just got the video. And the audio is more important. If I could not get the video and just the audio, I'd rather that. But I was so disappointed. And I want to run it back with her. And yeah, I think it's a interesting opportunity, investment opportunity. But more importantly, just a really awesome CEO. And as we've spoken before, I like CEOs. Well, let's get going. Yeah. Yeah. Um, we keep rambling. Talk to you later, bro. Let's wait. Let's end it off with the all right. Thank you all for watching. As always, do it with me, Anthony, this time. You know it, right? Stay thinking. No?
Question everything.
Question everything.